We're dealing with some technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen. We will be completely back with you in just a moment. Yes. Yeah, that's why I've got you still muted. What, did you scream it loud enough that it came through my headset? All right. Well, all I know is it's ridiculous that it keeps. Like I said, it just shuts it down, restarts the whole. It doesn't restart the shut off and that. It just seems to shut it down and bring it back up. All right, now. Well, we're back in, so I'll try to figure this out as we go. I think we left off with the mimic taking some damage from
Fireball.
fireball. So yeah, fireball. It looked like some evasive maneuvers going on, and I think we're now back up to Corporal's turn.
Okay. What if I try to feed it? I do have that dragon meat.
Okay, so what are you doing?
Oh, it's really fresh. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very fresh. So I'm gonna reach in my pack and I'm sorry, everything is moving very slow.
It's okay. My roll 20 actually rolled or loaded slow today.
Yeah, my roll 20 is like molasses right now. So I'm going to feed it some of my raw dragon meat.
All right, Dan, I sent you a link in Discord.
All right. Appreciate it. I'll take a look at it here in a minute. All right. So you're feeding it.
I'm feeding it. Seems to be hungry. I'm going to feed it.
So how about give me? We'll say. What to use? Animal handling. Try animal handling.
Is it Ohio? Would my animal friendship potion help at all?
Only if you put it on the meat, but you didn't. So
Next round?
Okay. I suck at animal handling. Oh, wow. That was a good roll.
Yeah.
okay. It seems to let you go and start chewing on the meat you dropped in there.
Excellent.
You're still on the ship. Fred is still stuck to the deck, but it's not eating you now.
I can't say mine.
Okay. If I drink the
Yeah,
I don't know if I drink the potion of animal handling, would that work? Or animal friendship?
No, you always give it a shot. So that was your go.
Yeah.
Fred is still sitting there next to you, or next to the grate, stuck to the gate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stuck to the deck.
Yeah. He doesn't.
Well, Fred, he might be able to break free and then just fly off.
I mean, even if he just, needs to roll a natural 20, it's better than not doing anything else.
Yeah, that's his best bet. Is just break free.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for his character sheet to come back up now.
Yeah.
He's
Like
your
I said.
turn now.
My roll 20.
No,
My
the
roll 20.
sheet for him has not come up yet.
Yeah, my roll 20 is working like molasses right now.
Got it.
I mean, if you want to just roll a straight d20,
Yeah, just give us a d20 roll. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
his strength will be a +3. That's what a Periton is.
Which my
You have
Yeah.
a lot of facts in that head.
I have a lot of tabs. Not a lot
Only
of
is-
facts, just tabs.
Well, there you go.
Just the tabs, ma'am. Just the tabs.
Me compliment you. No, 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 no.
Yeah, I'll yell at him to try to fly away. Obviously, he didn't make it.
Belfie,
If he got free and he stuck by you, could he give you the help action? You hold your turn to try and break free?
but he
on
did
him?
not. He did not break free.
But I mean, if that happened, rather than have him leave, it
Oh,
might
well,
be
yeah.
a good idea to have him stick by you to
Yeah,
help you.
I mean, whatever.
He can fly over top. It's fine. It's just that he's still stuck to the deck. So.
So Belfie, you're in the water. There's this weird-looking boat that just unfolded next to you.
Well, I helped purchase one of those, so I know what it is. Between second story work and my spider slippers, can I get up there no issue with my climb
Whatever.
speed?
With your movement, yes.
Okay.
That's what second story work gives you.
I'm just making sure because water's involved. So yeah, I'm going to get up onto the boat
Dun,
and
dun, dun,
I'm going to look at Serge and go, give
dun,
me a
dun,
berry.
dun, dun, dun.
I hold my hand out.
So I take 2 berries, I put them on the end of a crossbow bolt, and I'm going to try and shoot that bolt at the boat.
At the boat.
Yup, because
You're-
I don't know how else to get it there.
You're
I
going
didn't
to
say
feed
it was a
it
good idea.
with pain.
Said it was an idea.
I'm putting berries on a boat and I'm going to shoot it in the ass.
Well, I
Sounds
mean, I'm
like a
hoping you'll-
different method than what Corporal's trying to use right now. But hey, whatever. Go for it. Fire away.
You know, I am too far away to. I would have disadvantage right now, so I'm going to use my Gooey reward that I just had. So it'll be a straight roll.
Okay, go for it.
All right, let's see. I mean, we'll see. That's not gonna do it. Son of a biscuit. Like that's one of the lowest rolls I could have.
So, you fire off at this boat, but just a few feet before it gets the back end of the ship itself, a marlin jumps up and grabs the bolt out of the air and dives
I'm
underwater.
gonna take 2 more berries out of his hand if you'll let me and try with my second attack.
That's up to him.
I mean, I'm just holding the berries there. I mean, if anyone wants them, I got good berries.
Boom. Let's see. That's so much more better. 29.
Yes, you 2 good berries stuck to the back of the boat with a bolt.
I'm hoping that he'll eat them. I'm going to yell over the water, eat them, and then also deal a bunch of damage.
In what language?
Well, I mean, it's just going to be common because I don't have a large arsenal. Okay.
You know, do you happen to know any impressions of famous people?
I think you should
You
eat
should
the
mimic them.
berries. No.
Yeah, do that.
And
If you're
it is
mimicking-
currently engaged with Corporal. Does
but
that?
it should understand
help
if
me?
you're mimicking somebody, it's a mimic. It should get that, whatever language you use.
Dan?
What was the question?
It's engaged with Corporal.
It's engaged with the Periton. It let go of Corporal.
You want to use your sneak attack damage on this thing?
After
So
trying to
much
feed
for
it.
trying to feed it and be nice to it. You're just going to go ahead and damage it.
Could I control that, Dan, or would it just happen?
Well, since you've asked for it to happen, it'll just happen. But I was going to forget it. But go ahead. Roll for damage.
Too bad. Maybe I'll roll a bunch of ones.
Maybe. But it's bad.
There's a fair amount of ones there. That's
So
not.
grand
that's-
total of 26.
Yeah, it's not a great attack from me, but yeah. But it's full now.
No, you shot it.
I didn't say it was full and happy or satisfied.
Well, I mean, you didn't shoot it in its mouth. So yes,
I
it
kind
lets
of tried.
it lets out this weird creaking noise. It sounds like breaking of wood as you shoot it in the ass with a bolt with good berries on it.
Look, enemas are a thing. Like coffee enema for the boat, but good berries? No?
So the good berry enema, copy that. We'll have to remember that next time you guys go walking
Next
in
time
town.
I'll smush it up. Dip my. Never mind. Okay.
Next time you'll do what?
Nothing.
Make baby food out of it. Yeah.
Next time you'll smush it up.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Thank you for repeating that as I realized what it looked like on screen. Thank you.
PG rating.
Sarge.
Sergeant Rock, he's going to pull out his flying carpet. Clamber on board that.
All right.
And he's going to go, yeah, keep smacking it, guys. I got to go get my my bow off the ship.
Didn't know you had a bow.
And then I'm going to have to,
I mean, I know you had a rifle, but I didn't know you had a bow.
then I will fly towards the ship. But I think I only have, what's this thing got?
All right. Let's put this back up here.
40 foot. 40 foot, 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay. So,
So,
yep, and I'm gaining some altitude, so I'm 20 feet up. So I guess that backs me up
Copy
a
that.
little.
All right, may I?
Okay, question.
13.
This here is
Two.
65, but it has this in the back, which is about 5-10 feet. So if I aim for that, would that put it like right at my 60-foot line?
Nope, because that is actually under this.
Okay,
This is a balcony that's underneath this.
okay. Well, hell. I'll get a running start and go diving in the water.
And you're leaving the boat.
Yes. Just so I can get close enough. My 60 foot.
Hmm. Aren't you the one, like, controlling the boat? Just saying.
Would it use my action to move the boat closer?
I mean,
What's the folding boat do?
Doesn't tell you.
would
But
it just
somebody has-
would it just sit right there in the water, or would it go forward on? I mean,
I think we have to man it like a ship. It's literally
Yeah.
just like the magic of it is the compactness of it, but I think it's just an item once it's open.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a boat.
Unless you wanted to be mentally controlled by that who opens it, which would be amazing.
no.
but
I
don't
just
think that's
how you opened it is the question. But you go and dive in the water. It's fine.
Well, the
I'm
command
sure there's
word
nothing in the water.
opens up the ship into a boat, and then it's got oars and sails for you to man it.
Okay. So the ship
But-
is open, and you're in the water. And what are you trying to do?
I am casting banishment on the mimic.
Ah, yeah.
Oh, please fail.
That's a charisma save.
Yep.
DC 19.
It is kind of a pretty boat, though.
It is pretty,
Um,
but it's also a mimic.
yeah, it's also a
Which-
mimic.
I am inside of,
Yep, there is that.
and
Oh,
Fred is stuck to.
Would it take you? Oh shit.
I don't know. I wouldn't think. Well, I thought they spit her out, and technically she's not stuck to it anymore.
Well, her
No, I'm
throat is
not
still.
stuck to it, but I'm still inside it. It's just eating the meat I gave it.
I thought put you back out.
And Fred is still stuck to the deck.
We're not worried about Fred. He can be resummoned.
Coming.
Yeah, true, but
No,
yeah,
no,
no, I'm actually inside the ship.
Shit.
Oh, you are?
And you are not native to this plane.
Oh shit.
That is also true.
Well, it's been fun.
That's a good way to. That's a good way to kill a character off right there.
I mean,
I mean, you're not dead, you're just not here.
maybe this is when you go tell your parents you're engaged, and then you just pop back. No.
Pop back. Yeah, that's not exactly how it works.
Well,
You
I don't
wouldn't
know.
have,
I'm not
wouldn't
really
have your own plane ship.
That's right. We need to figure it out.
I thought when you fed it the meat, it puts you back onto the boat.
All right, so let me go ahead and roll this save.
No, it just dropped me and started eating that instead.
It's okay. I checked out. I checked out some raw, so it'll be fine.
Okay.
Did it fail a save?
I'm rolling that now. Well, with a 19 for the save, yeah, I'd say the ship disappears, and the other two drop to the water.
Oh, good.
And then I will swim back the rest of my movement to get back towards the ship.
Yeah, Rock will fly over and pick up his fiance. And I assume the parrots can take to the air from the water.
Well, yeah, he would.
Agreed.
Well, do you want
That's one
to
way.
pick up Surge since she can hop on a bird and fly?
How long
Oh.
does the banishment last, or is it going to come back in like 6 seconds?
Yeah, it's 1 minute.
It's a minute.
So I'm doing what rescuing I can, within that minute, getting out of the vicinity from, we know where it's going to return to. And in fact, I can just go like 60 feet up from it. And then when it returns, I don't know. I could try using message to radio it and say, hey, do you want us to kill you or do you want to join our side? And see if it can communicate.
Or just a thought, we still have Windwalk active. We just kind of go.
Oh, that's true. We could come back and we would already be.
Y'all can do that?
You have the boat. I'll stay with you on the boat to make sure we can get away.
Okay. Because if I concentrate on becoming a flying mist, I lose concentration on the banishment.
You just
Oh.
have to spend a minute to turn into the mist.
No,
I
It's
don't
not a
have to.
concentration for you.
It's not even concentration when walk is.
Oh. Okay.
So yeah,
But
we could
I-
just fold the boat up and bamf the frack out of here. Go back to shore. Come up with a plan to how to get to the island. Or do
Okay.
more shopping.
Yeah, no, you don't have to concentrate. You just have to spend a minute to turn back into mist form.
Think about
Okay.
farts real hard for a minute.
So back to the coast.
I want the ship.
You want the ship?
Yeah, really.
I mean, it would be a good ally to have if we could get it. We could windwalk and still communicate with it, right?
No.
No. Shit.
That's-
Okay, well,
Not
danger.
unless
Oh.
it's telepathic.
Well, how about this? We stay on the ship, sail a little bit further away from where it's supposed to respond. Unless it's not native to this world, then it won't come back.
we'll know.
You
in
could
a-
always just drop the spell and it'll come back even if it's not native. As
True.
long as the spell hasn't reached the time limit.
I want to be on the carpet. I don't want to be on the little boat.
You don't want to be on my boat. I
I
see
want to
how
be
it
on the
is.
carpet.
You don't want to be on the boat?
But I had to go pick up the corporal.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so I'll be on the boat then. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you would be bringing her back,
Well, yeah, I'll bring her back to her a little bit.
and
boat.
she has Fred.
Yeah, she can't ride Fred.
I'm assuming this boat is an unarmed boat. It's literally just a
Just a boat.
yeah.
Just a keel.
Just a boat.
I mean, it has my crossbows. No, probably not. Not amazing. Okay. I tried, y'all.
I mean, we can try talking to it and
The phone-
befriending it, but
The fold-out boat does not have any weaponry on it whatsoever.
Right. So if y'all want to, everybody get on the boat, and I can drop the spell, or you can talk to it.
Yeah. Can you cast it again if we need to?
Yes, I can.
All right, then it's plan.
So You're canceling.
Once
Once
everybody
every-
is on the boat or wherever they're going to be, and we back up some, yeah.
All
How are we
Everyone-
gonna back this boat up?
Oh,
I mean, I've been on a boat, but I'm not the seafaring type.
no? So many me's. Okay,
Oh, there is a way to
delete that one.
set the sail so that the boat will go backwards, but it's not nearly as efficient as going forwards.
And I don't have control water right now.
But we do
What
have
about-
breathe underwater, so that's handy.
Oh, that,
What are we doing to that boat with our boat?
Just this page, that page, this page, that page.
That's
Well,
like
Rick,
the. Never mind.
question.
Never mind.
from what we're seeing, I'm not seeing anything. It just looks like we're kind of taking a trail position is all. Yeah. None of that tab A slot B stuff or anything like that.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, you decide to drop your concentration.
Sure.
All right.
Where'd the corporal
and
go?
Corporal may have to bring herself back out. She may have been stuck behind a boat or deleted accidentally.
All right. Yeah, you're on the carpet. When I pick you up, I'm like, sorry, ma'am, I had to get those other guys out of there where I could, and then I just came back for you.
He can show you the world. Sorry.
Hi, thanks for coming back for me. I was wondering what the hell happened. Everybody
Like I
disappeared.
was explaining to Alice, when Bush read so
Okay. So the ship pops back into existence.
that's place for not eating.
And then,
They
are
were
we really
no
trying to be this
presents,
close?
they're
Or are we going to be
not
100 feet away?
food, They're clean off the deck.
Well, by the time it comes back, you're probably about this close.
So Dux will try to reach out with his telepathic communication and say, we need your help.
All
I'm
he-
sorry.
Attack you.
All he gets is images of being attacked and being hungry. It has
So
no
it doesn't
language
seem
of it. Doesn't have any
actual
language of its own.
Oh, too bad. Well, then he'll send back an image of a huge explosion, ship splitting in two and sinking into the waves. And then he'll send back an image of the ship sailing along peacefully with us on the deck waving and being happy.
So give me an animal handling check
Into a cloud of death and despair with an elemental.
with ducks.
I guide ducks.
Oh no.
These
I'm
aren't.
asking this before he rolled. Could I guide ducks with a guidance?
Yeah, I'll let you put guidance on that. Oh boy. Look, it's our favorite trolls.
Yep.
You want to be famous?
It's a D4.
Hmm. It's a
So 14 points.
So how are you communicating with this thing here, ducks?
Dux has the Ghostwise, Ghostwise halfling thing that gives him.
Well, no, I'm asking ducks how he's communicating with it since he's just telepathically linked. Like,
Yeah.
does it have words? Is it just images?
Oh, right. Yeah, I tell him. Doesn't seem to be able to speak. It's just sending me information about how hungry it is, and I'm sending back that we can either destroy it or it can befriend us.
Well, I got these
Well,
good
that was
berries.
feed it.
You're-
Yeah, I got
you're-
good berries, and if you could
Right. I already tried that.
have it, well, you shot it in its ass. I'm
Yeah.
saying
Do
if
we
I
really
go
know
over,
which is its ass
and-
versus its face.
That is
you
just
shot
rude.
it in its stern.
That is just rude.
I tend to be that way.
How do you know which is his ass or his face? It's just rude. Dux kind of gets the feeling that it didn't quite understand what he was trying to portray with the exploding ships and stuff, almost as if it was taking that as a threat.
It is a threat. Oh yeah.
And that's
Well-
pretty much what it took from that. So Dux is certain that he didn't get very far with this boat or this ship at the moment.
Right.
Could you try and maybe get across to it that if I can feed it these good berries, it'll be set, not hungry, full, sustained.
It could be an anxious eater, you know, somebody who just eats to fill a void,
And
an
I'll be
emotional void, perhaps.
saying this out loud with the ship right there in case it can, hear me looking at ducks to try and get ducks to get across that I have the ability to feed it.
Well,
That is the next set of images. After I showed
Like-
it the threat, then I showed it we're all peaceful on the deck, and we're waving, and we're throwing beads into its hold as if to feed it.
all right.
And then I pat my belly.
Roll me animal handling check again.
I mean,
Another-
This time,
Guidance.
this time, I will let you roll it with advantage.
And guidance.
And
I
apparently
mean,
guidance
I
on top
can-
of that.
Are you insinuating that mimic ships enjoy
Yay,
beads in their
two
holds?
dice. No, we're on
Yeah.
its deck.
All right. So, yeah, it's gonna start kind of like steering. I don't know, almost as if it's trying to get closer to you, but not in a friendly manner.
and I throw a good berry onto the ship.
It's one.
Yeah, I've got 6.
I would. Okay.
And
All right. So you want to throw a good berry onto the ship?
yeah, onto the mimic.
Where at?
From where she opened it and its maw was, since I was literally right here and I saw what was
All right.
going on right there.
So why don't you give me a toss? See how it works.
A toss. What do you want for a toss?
Guidance.
You know, we can put it on the tip of
Throw.
these bolts. No?
I'll throw it. What do you want me the roll to be?
Probably your dex base, 20 plus proficiency plus your dex.
All right. So that's going to be plus
Plus
6.
guidance.
I can't use guidance on
Oh.
attack roll.
I
Or
mean,
is
you-
this going to just be an ability check?
You could always bless him.
All
I
right.
mean, if this is an ability check versus an attack roll,
No, it's more of a. I'm going to say it's more of an attack roll
okay.
Okay.
So it's going to be.
because you're aiming for something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
And I don't have bless.
Wait a minute, a cleric that doesn't have bless? What kind of cleric are you?
Ugh.
Death cleric.
I got 5 more. That's why I
Okay.
only threw 1.
Yeah, well, that one hits the mass and falls in the water.
That doesn't mean anything. Give me one of those.
Right. Do you want me to throw it?
Couple.
Well, I just
What?
rolled super fucking low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mark is gonna grab a couple of these things, and then he's gonna take off to 60-foot altitude.
Could you just take me?
Well, that's true. Yeah, hop on. I want to take you right over the top of the hole. We're going to drop them right over the top of the hole. And then I use prestidigitation to make just a sort of a, it describes that you can make a little nondescript item or something like that. So I'm making sort of a nondescript Norden bomb site and doing a bombing run so I can accurately deposit the bombs. And then I'm calling back to the bombardier going, release point 5, 4, 3, 2, and then you drop it right into the hole.
Could you
I thought
guys
you were going to
turn?
make the good berry look more impressive, but no. No.
So
Yeah.
go ahead and give me
you
that roll again with a advantage.
I'm gonna do 2 of these. So
Hmm.
25.
All right. So yeah, using this method seems to be working a whole lot better because you just drop it right
Oh,
in the
that's a shack.
huge
Yeah.
mouth, and you just drop. How many did you drop?
There were 3 that were dropped.
All right. Well, you dropped 3 of them, and the first one hits, and you can see it mouth closed, start chewing on it, and then the little pseudopods come reaching up towards you, as the other two drop, and they snatch them out of the air and throw them in their mouth.
Oh, it's kind of cute, isn't it?
So why don't you give me an animal handling check with advantage?
I can give you an animal handling check with advantage, yes. Let me just find it.
Now you're too far away for me to guide.
Yeah.
Oh, I could guide myself, or I could just roll a 27.
I mean, if you think that's enough, whatever.
I mean, it's a plus 11 versus Dux's plus 3.
It is big.
So yeah, its mouth is wide open and it's reaching up towards you. You'll notice it's not reaching towards the boat.
Could you lower me down onto the deck? I have more berries.
Okay.
I'll proceed to get near the hatch or not right next to the hatch, but if I can be right there, and then
I feel like you're feeding a untamed tiger with your hands right now.
on my way down, I will guide myself though,
Good idea.
and I will offer 3 more berries.
Okay. Why don't you give me that animal handling check again with advantage?
Gotcha. And then with the guidance, 27 again. That's 3 more berries.
Let's see. The whole
So-
ship.
You get down there next to the grate and you hold up another berry. You go to you're going to toss it in, and the grate opens up and the tongue lolls out and just drops right at your feet. And it does this little
I want to scritch it like an
like
orca
the end
tongue.
literally the end of the tongue starts doing this.
Yeah, I'll put the 3 on it
All
for
right.
that turn.
Tongue will roll up into the mouth and you see the grate close. It opens its mouth back up and rolls the tongue back out.
You're going to be casting this a lot, homie.
I mean, I can do this plenty of times, so I will get good berry.
Uh-huh.
Just give all 10.
Okay, so give me another animal handling check with advantage.
I will. That's just gonna be an advantage. 15. With 10 good berries that turn.
All right, no.
I had to use my action to cast good berry.
Okay, so Ty goes to you.
Good.
So you drop 10 good berries in there,
Yep.
and tongue of course curls up again, and the grate's kind of doing some weird move, which you're assuming is kind of like a chewing action.
Yep.
It opens back up, and the tongue lolls back out, lands at your lap, and this time
Oh,
instead of doing your lap, your feet,
Give me.
instead of doing the gimme, it's just kind of like a
I will reach into my bag of holding and offer it. How many items can I pull out of a bag of holding if they're the same item?
if they're the same
How many
item.
can you hold in a hand?
Yeah, it's kind of whatever you can hold.
Yeah, because how many rations could I get out of my bag of holding on this turn?
Just
To
tell me
give.
how many rations you want to pull out. Just tell me that.
Are you
I
trying
have
to give it a tummy
38.
ache?
You're not going to pull 38 out.
I know, that's why I asked.
Oh, if they're like the size of it, we'll say like an MRE. I'm gonna say maybe not 3. Yeah, 3.
All right. I will pull out 3 rations and
You
see
can,
if it prefers
I guess,
rations.
grab. All right. So you pull out 3 rations.
You're going to give it a tummy ache.
It's a ship.
So
It's a very big ship.
give me one more with
One more.
advantage. Yes.
Alrighty. 30.
Okay, so you grab these 3 rations, and I mean, they're in the package. I'm sure you pop them open, you drop them down to get on the tongue. Well, it rolls up, it eats that, brings its tongue back out, and this time, instead of slapping it down in front of you, it literally licks your whole left side.
Ew.
We made a friend.
I'm not stuck to it.
No, you are not
Yeah.
stuck to the ship at all.
Well, no, when it licks me, it's like, oh, okay, that's a
No, I
positive
mean, you
sign.
realize your feet aren't stuck to it either.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it might be safe. It likes me, at least.
And then you notice the boards under your feet start to change.
Oh, shit.
I'm going to go ahead and bonus action cast Aura of Healing. If it's been... Yeah, because I didn't action to cast anything. So I will hold Aura of Healing up.
Where's my
or,
thing?
or a vitality.
Is it changing its own size?
Oh, it's just
It's
a bigger.
mimicking our ship. That's cute.
Ah,
And I will, on the next turn, give it some healing for the damage that had been dealt.
So yeah,
Minimal.
you notice the color,
Minimal
and-
damage.
the color and all that of the ship you're on changes to look like it's just a bit of a bigger version than the one that everybody else is on.
Oh, a bigger version of what's on. All right.
And you cause 5 healing.
Yep. I'm going to go ahead and, because it was shot, fireball, all that, and this is what I can do for a minute. So,
That and you just gave it like 16, 17 hit points with your good berries.
that was 10 plus 6,
I took
so
4.
16.
So yeah, 16.
Yeah, 16. Well, one missed, so 15.
Well, it didn't eat mine, remember?
No, I missed when I tossed.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so I can do that 9 more times. So 9 times 2 is 18. Because this can't go wrong.
God.
Over the course of a minute, it's willing to not attack.
He's not even really asking for food anymore either. He just licked you a few times.
There.
so now how do we get it to sail us to the island? We have to tell them where we want to go.
Well, there was a mast up here we could steer the boat towards. Pull up the anchor. And
Would that hurt it?
So, yeah, I don't know that the helm is actually responding. I think the mimic decides where it wants to go.
Or we just leave it alone and get on our ship and fuck off.
No, we want this thing to take us into the storm because I think it can handle the storm better than our little boat.
I agree. I'm just saying if there's no way to, steer it.
Well, having 2 folding boats is better than having 1 out and then getting destroyed.
Mhm.
If we can get this thing to head in the general direction of that storm.
So Dux will try to communicate with it using the mental images again and just show the ship sailing west with the storm ahead and all of us dancing around on his deck and throwing food into the hold.
All right. Yeah, seems friendly now.
Friendly enough?
Friendly enough. I mean, like I said, you're on it and is not making you stick to the deck.
Well, it's
We
not
did it.
upset at me.
And it's made itself look like your ship.
Yeah.
okay. I'll use the third command word and turn the ship back into a box.
We're all on board.
All right.
Put it in my bag and
Yeah, nothing could go wrong. I mean,
Nothing
yeah.
at all.
sure.
All right, so now what are you gonna do?
We need to turn it around and get it headed west. So
So what you
did
say?
Cena respond? Did the images, showing it sailing west, did it seem to respond to that at all?
Maybe we should throw some rations to the west of the boat to get like a carrot on a stick.
So yeah, it looks like it turned towards the west.
All right. We got us a ride, at least for part of the way.
Yeah. I got a lot of rations and I can cast Goodberry.
My way was much more comical. I'm just saying.
I can
And
get
We
That's
also
just
have the
for-
bag of bounty.
20, 40. Yeah, the bag of bounty. And with my first and second level spells, I can get 40 more berries.
Rock
Right.
has got a pad out and he's drawing, and he's trying to draw the best sketch he can of a Gato class sub that is used to drop commandos off in like place like Norway, so that we can put an image on that. Maybe it'll turn into a Gato class sub. What I was
Oh my
asking
God.
for.
Well, why don't you give me a performance check?
Can I?
Guidance.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can anyone assist him in that?
I don't think anybody has.
We
a
wouldn't
chance
know
to-
what it would look like.
Oh, look at this! It's not a bad roll for a change.
With guidance, you got guidance as well.
Well, yeah, you have plenty of time to give me guidance. So, yep, I got over 20 in the first place. pretty good drawing of a Gato class sub.
Got the schematics to memory.
I don't think it can do the propellers. Oh wait,
It
They're
could do
called
them, they just
screws.
wouldn't work.
yeah, I shouldn't have called them propellers. That's for airplanes. They're screws on a ship.
Oh, screws,
Anyway,
not
yeah.
prop shafts.
Should we go ahead and cast water breathing on everybody and the mimic?
No, you guys are all good already. I did that earlier.
Yeah,
Oh.
he does that every morning while I'm giving you guys a briefing.
Yeah, I got interrupted with the briefing, but I did cast it later on.
Yeah.
Just had a stupid idea of Heroes Feast with the mimic eating.
All right,
Oh
now
my
we need to
gosh.
estimate our speed and estimate our distance from the island and try to determine how long it's going to take us to arrive. If this thing will get us
No
all the way to
matter
the
what,
island.
whoever needs a short rest should take it now.
I am going to attempt a long rest. If you want me to be useful at all later on.
Yeah, a short rest for me would be nice, and a long rest for a couple of my spells.
All right, so you guys are wishing to take yourselves a rest.
Yep,
Mhm.
Rock, do the short
Yeah,
rest first.
I need
Well,
a
I
long
mean-
rest.
To be fair, Heroes Feast will probably be damn close to gone when we wake up.
Just a long rest, 8 hours. It's been 14, so 2 hours left.
Mm-hmm.
And I can do
So-
Heroes Feast two more times.
Well, should we? How far do you think it'll? How long do you think it'll take us to get to the head of the storm?
Yeah, let's go to the map.
Who's good with
First-
boats?
Yeah, we have to
Not-
determine our speed. Well, I was the ship's captain until it sank.
Oh,
And,
that's good. Yeah, no, that's awesome.
I mean, I grew up around a port town, so, but I wasn't on ships.
But
So
I
have
can
any of
use
you ever been
my-
in the middle of a forest?
Does being good with sailors help at all? No.
That's where I'm
Nope.
from.
Not
we can
that.
focus ahead of the ship and then see how long it takes the ship to hit them and estimate the speed of the ship, and then do some math to see, based on the scale of the map, how long we think it'll take to arrive at the storm.
I can always, I can't wild shape, but I can polymorph, and depending on how fast the ship is going compared to the speed of the animal.
That's another way. Yeah. Yeah, we can
Just-
do both, kind of compare notes and then, get a good estimate of the speed of the ship.
But when we get to the storm, I thought the three of us who can dispel magic was going to try
four.
to channel. 4.
Yeah, there's
Right.
four.
So we have to make
use-
sure that not only we have time for a long rest, but that we have enough time to eat again. Because I have a feeling once we break through that storm, all hell is going to break loose. And let's not forget that there's an elemental in there somewhere.
Yeah, the elemental is kind of a different problem, but we'll just shoot it.
Well, if it's an elemental and you're able to banish it,
Mm-hmm.
then they're not from this plane of existence
Let's
necessarily.
rephrase that. You're able to attempt to banish it. Yes?
Yeah, that's why I said he's able to banish it.
He's able to attempt to banish it.
That too.
I mean, it still gets a saving throw, which we hate, but elementals aren't exactly charismatic.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I could always prepare plane shift if I have to try and banish it as well. But that's just my highest level spell currently.
Hold on a second.
And how many good berries are you able to make?
Well, if I used every spell at my disposal, let me think. Well, with just first and second level spells, that's 70. But
So a few.
7,
That's a.
10.
Yeah, I'm not sure how long that will last. I think Rock's
day.
gonna take like pitching in a good berry every 10 minutes just to keep this thing satisfied.
So if I used everything at my disposal, that's 170 good berries.
So whoever is on watch has to like
Yeah.
during
If it
rest.
so wishes. I only gave it roughly, what, not even 20, but I did feed it some
15,
rations.
15.
Yeah.
15 plus a handful of rations.
Although the good berry
And-
said that it's good for a whole day. It's a whole day.
Yeah. Yeah. One berry is enough sustenance for a creature for an entire day.
Let's be fair. I had 2 pork chops, and that was enough sustenance for me, but I'm still eating Rebel ice cream. So, I mean, you know,
Yeah.
a berry every so often wouldn't be a bad thing.
Yeah. Yeah. We want to keep it convinced. So, but not every 10 minutes, every half hour. So do 2 berries an hour just to make it, know that we're still willing to feed it, and we're still friends.
So you're gonna stay up, you say?
Yeah.
For rest. All right. So I'm gonna cast Good Berry 2 more times, and that's gonna be for 10 hours. That's 20 berries. It does not negate the magical infused berries if I cast it again. It's just more berries.
Now, you're the one who had the positive animal handling checks, right?
I'm okay with dealing with animals.
Right. So, if you go to sleep and then he pisses it off,
I can try and keep it from getting too upset.
good. How?
Wake me up and I can try and calm it down.
Seems fair.
I mean, if it seems like an animal to a degree, it is but isn't. But with my staff, I can also try and not charm it, but calm it down to a degree.
All right.
I mean, I can try this right now. Just give me a second, and I'll tap, or I'll just, have my staff, and I'll cast Speak with Animals. It's a single charge.
Is it an animal, though?
And
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
see if that does anything with the mimic. I mean, it's an idea. It's a possibility.
Right. Worth a try.
Yeah, I just gotta.
I think you just insulted it, and it goes. All you hear is, "I am not an animal."
So yeah,
Alrighty
the
then.
spell physically states beasts, but animal handling checks and comprehend and verbally communicate with beasts for the duration. Even though it's not a beast, it's worth a try.
So, Dan, speak with animals. Eh?
Well,
Spell
I mean,
states beasts. It's not a beast, but
Yeah, there's just one problem with that.
Crap.
It does not have a language. It doesn't understand language.
yeah. What it states is comprehend and verbally communicate with beasts for the duration. So yeah, without a language, a lot of beasts don't have languages because that's just not stated. So whether this thing's creaks and moans of whatever being on a ship could be comprehended as a verbal language.
Okay, so why don't we try
Try to
something
reach.
here? Give me an intelligence roll.
One, but
you don't often give a stoner-esque laugh, but that was great.
so I am going to avoid a fumble. I have that, so I will try again.
All right.
Also,
Oh, so Dan, I used avoid a fumble. I did use avoid. It's still a fumble. Does
I
that
have two
avoid a fumble?
fumbles
Avoid
I
a
don't
fumble.
Need as a halfling, if you want.
Well, here's what I'm curious about.
What's the
Using avoid a fumble.
What's avoid a fumble tell you?
Oh, I got this, and it just told me avoid a fumble. It didn't actually tell me. It didn't
Yeah,
give me the entire card. It was just when
avoid.
when I got it, you told me it's avoid a fumble. I didn't get the details per se.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
It was an advantage. It was just avoid fumble, and it's just like still fumbled. Cool.
That makes me happy in ways I can't explain.
One.
That's what a giant reroll actually is a re-roll of what you just rolled.
Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, intelligence is not my thing, but it's better than charisma.
To be fair, as a young character, that checks out.
Yeah, if it were charisma, it'd be a 0. That's my negative modifier.
All right, so give me a second. Try. You get one more to try to see if you can. If you roll,
10.
I noticed how you decided to change the particular roller we're using.
Well,
Yeah.
it's a D20, so I figured instead of switching tabs, I could just click a D20. I mean,
Sure.
here, let's do this.
This makes me so happy.
There we go. By clicking a D20, it rolled a 10. By clicking intelligence again, it rolled a 5.
So the intelligence button is cursed.
Only
I
his.
mean, I'm afraid to click anything on my charisma button that's a -1.
I don't want you to ever click that button, ever.
All right, I'm trying to do something. So hold on. Why the hell does it take the whole thing?
I have no idea.
All right, I'm trying to make your sub. It's just when I go to create it, it keeps cutting. Instead of certain sections out, it's cutting the entire picture off.
Oh, really? You're trying to do a sub?
Yeah.
Oh, you know, so Dux has gone right to bed right away. He just went straight out.
Yeah,
He
I would've
was
gone to bed,
full
yeah.
on.
Yeah, no, I cast the spell, but I'm just sitting here for a short rest, basically. I'm doing nothing more than hanging out after casting that.
Rock can actually do the watch and still do the, keep the feeding routine up.
Yeah.
Doing a light activity.
Yeah, you have
Right.
20, so if it's 2 an hour, 10 hours. And they last for 24 hours just before coming berries.
All right, so
We might also be able to help at hunt. We could fire up, get up in the crow's nest and watch for whales, and point it the right way, and
I would love
Then,
to do
uh,
that.
yeah, help it get, some tuna into its gullet.
Yeah, the front of the ship just.
Something tells me what it does is it pummels the tuna, and then the pseudopod has to go out and lift it up and drop it in like a crane into its surface. All right.
Well, I do have locate animals as a spell, so if we name a specific kind of animal or beast, if it's within 5 miles, but if it's too far into the ocean, that's not really going to help. But at the same time,
A new token on the map.
if this can become a vehicle to be used on land as well as water, that's an option. But we could also just windwalk.
all right, so as did you say you took a rest? You went to lay down or something, Rock? For the person who doesn't
Rock
need to
isn't-
sleep.
Oh,
I-
the thing.
Dux is out. I'm starting a short rest that may turn into a long rest. So for the
And you're
for 2
taking-
hours,
Who's
I'll be
taking the
hanging
first
out.
watch?
Rock's on first watch.
All right, so
Yeah.
give me a
Yeah, you got the cards with me?
give me a perception.
I will be taking a rest, but yeah, I can do that.
Right. I'm going to make the appropriate sounds before I click the perception button. That should help it roll a lot better. Up a little.
All right. So yeah, you're heading towards the storm. You do notice that the ship's starting to change colors on you.
Anybody? Oh crap! I'm asleep. I was gonna say, would we feel it change? Like it wouldn't know to make it metal, right? I'm so confused on what I'm feeling.
It's
No.
just taking the schematics drawn and changing. But yeah, for the first 2 hours of the watch, I'm up before turning that short rest into a full long rest by sleeping for the rest of the 6.
All right, so let's try something else. Apparently, that's not going to work.
But Sergeant Rock gets the idea that it might be wanting to shift into another form. I'm going to have to convey the idea of it going submersible. And I have some pretty powerful magic at my disposal.
Fair.
So it looks kind of like the images from an old, mid 20th century projector, and it flickers and stuff like that. But yeah, I create a series of minor illusions that show a ship diving underwater. And I show that it has a bunch of handles on the side where divers can grab on and go in there. I don't think I want to convey the idea of us inside the submarine, but I'm conveying that, the weather can be terrible above, and then you go under the water and it's a little safer. And as long as we all have water breathing, we can just hang on.
Water breathing is 24 hours, but that's going to be coming up with the.
Right. I'm assuming you'll recap. We got more than 24 hours, but probably before we hit the storm.
Yeah,
Well, that's disappointing.
that's tiny.
Yeah, it's also disappointing.
I mean,
That
you
really-
drew
your
a schematic
reaction
and it's
made me so
going with
happy.
what the schematic it thinks is. So
No, you see the
that's
background,
disappointing.
right?
yeah, it's all checkered and then come
Yeah,
translucent.
It's supposed to be translucent, but it did not come through that way.
Yeah.
Nope.
Not like the ships.
So I have no idea what you drew, but
How about that one? And Discord.
oh, in Discord.
Um,
Oh, not for everybody. Okay.
let's see what you got. That may be. Let's see. I'll save image. Can't image. Okay, so let's open the link apparently for what that is. Yeah, that's gonna probably save it not as a proper background.
Can't right click and save on the image?
Well, when I bring it up, it says unable to save image preview.
Right. That click on the image, but where I have it, just go over and right click.
Yeah, right click on it.
Don't preview it. Just right click on my post.
Yeah, I did. It still gives me the same message.
Okay.
All right, let's try this. Maybe this one will do it. And you're not going to do it either, are you? Nope, you're going to give me the screen. Damn it. All right, so let's see if I can do that. Then maybe I can open the original. When I open the original, it gives me a white background on it.
I'm going to take a little break.
Yeah, let's go ahead and take a break right quick. So
Sure.
while I'm trying to figure this out.
So we'll just be taking our long rest then.
Yeah, so you guys take your long rest. It goes pretty much uneventful, but you do see the storm getting closer and closer. And for take a break, you guys can go ahead and I don't know, level up.
All right, so just level while we're at break. Gotcha.
Yep. So we'll use the break to level.
Cool.
Oh,
We'll
okay.
be right back.
Oh, I didn't level ducks.
And we're back.
It's fine.
I don't think you'll be able to level ducks.
Yeah,
He
'cause we
was
won't know
talking
what he
about
wants
this
to
or
level.
that or this or that. It's like, who knows what he was gonna do next.
So, yeah, you guys get your long rest, and when everybody else wakes up after their rest, they notice that they don't see wood planks and they don't hear the creaking of wood around them as they're sleeping.
What the hell happened?
Well, this is something else. I mean,
Matter of fact, give me a dexterity saving throw as you wake up.
Okay.
All of us?
Yes, everyone who slept.
Ooh.
It was asleep.
I'm not good at
19.
this.
Ew.
Ooh, is this a Philadelphia project?
That would be bad.
That's a +1. A +1 to everybody that's within 15 feet of me, too.
So 10.
Well, I mean, unless they're all sleeping on top of you right now.
Well, we could be snuggling.
Within 10 feet in a radius.
Rock doesn't sleep.
That's also true.
Oh yeah. Technically, I don't sleep either.
So as
I
everybody
just-
comes to wake, you hear this. As Serge sits up and slams his head into one of the beams that are going across the ceiling.
What
Hey.
the hell is that?
He sees
That was me.
Yeah, I mean you'll take 1 point of damage as you like get a goose egg on the side of your head now.
All right.
Right, are you okay?
Did you? Well, I guess you're short, but there's something right above me.
I don't feel anything.
Actually, you reach up and you're hitting the bottom of his bunk.
Oh. Dunk, dunk, dunk.
I don't even try to sit up.
Probably good. Probably good
You're
call.
gonna have to just roll out of bed.
Yeah. What the hell happened? Where are we?
What is this? Is this what the inside of a mimic's stomach looks like? It's not what I expected.
No, not at all.
I don't think so. I was in its stomach. It didn't look like.
Also creepy.
I saw what Rock was drawing, but I did not expect it to be this.
Yeah, I believe it created a cabin space for us. I'm not sure if it's pressurized, but yeah, created an interior space for living quarters.
Why would it have to be pressurized again?
Well, if we're gonna
Oh,
Go,
right,
uh,
go under.
the water ball, yeah, we're gonna want to have some protection from the water depth.
Right.
Huh.
That breathing underwater thing that you do, just in case this is not airtight.
You're fine. It's still going on for a while.
Right. And what time is it?
All Druidcraft. What's
As you
is
look
the sun
around,
up?
you're like you can't really tell. You don't see the sun anywhere.
Yeah, when I pop Druidcraft, does the show like the weather is currently sunny outside or?
When you pop
Stormy.
Druidcraft, you get kind of like a calm seas and then a headache when you end up going closer to where the storm is at.
I had no idea. It's something.
Super helpful. Very
Right,
helpful.
so I've taken a new, for 15th level, I get another Mystic Arcanum, and I decided to take Demiplane. I was sitting here trying to figure out, what am I gonna call it? And if anybody watched Firefly,
In my book.
Nice.
Ooh, nice.
yeah, it's
Oh,
real
that's
quick on.
cool.
So I figure if we need to get out of somewhere, I can just put us into another plane.
So,
Freaking like that.
what's
And
everybody
to me,
doing?
it feels thematic because I already have the scatter and get to move everybody out, and I have dimension door. So this is sort of like an extension of those things.
Does
Although,
this mean we
I-
can go see my parents?
Well, something I can do if you got that then is if we all go in your little demi plane, as you call it, or whatever, I can plane shift us back out to anywhere and
Oh,
Here.
Yeah, yeah, true. This
I
It-
can
it's
kind of
sort of a-
specify where we want to go and see how well that works.
right.
So, Sarge, you're currently, and mind you, I don't know the terminology, but you're pretty much topside. You're on the, I don't know what it is, but it's where they come out, look with the binoculars and they check things off in the distance.
yeah, conning tower.
What?
So the facility is called the sail, and the top of the sail is called the conning tower.
Okay, well, that's where you're standing right now. While everybody else is up underneath somewhere.
Right.
So while you're up there, everybody else is downstairs, and I guess you're up there with him?
Yep.
All right.
We've been playing cards and feeding the boat.
So as you all wake up, you look around, and it's almost, you would think you're in the belly of a whale, but it's all metal. I mean, you could see the beams that come around the sides of it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Do we
This
have
is
a-
odd.
This is weird.
Yep.
Not quite
Well,
sure if I
well,
like
well,
this.
Yep. I've been once he's started really getting this thing established. I started prestidigitating the various foods to flavor to see what he really likes, and I'm trying to really reward this guy for cooperating.
Right.
And then I'll explain to you guys, yes, sir, we actually got ourselves a gato class. And tell you what, why don't y'all sit down? I'll explain submarine operations and commando deposition operations, infill and extraction and stuff like that. It'll only take about 10 minutes.
I sit here
And,
like
uh,
this the whole time.
He gives you a little briefing on how they drop commandos ashore from submarines. And it's inspirational. So everybody gets a new improved super deluxe number now. It's 21 temporary hit points.
So if you guys, I think you can check that link. It'll show you pretty much what you were looking at sleeping quarter wise.
And the
Gotcha.
hero's feast is just about worn off, correct?
Within
Oh, it's-
about 2 hours, give or take. But yeah, while he's doing his thing, water breathing.
I don't know how my dad did it for so
No.
many years. Mm-mm. How my brother does it. Nope.
So I am going to trade out a spell real quick. Because I got to.
All right. So you guys have an idea of what your sleeping quarters look like when you woke up, and of course, Surge apparently was on top bunk.
Yep.
So those who can have it have Dispel Magic right now.
All right.
Yes.
Do we want to do another feast before we draw attention to ourselves with this storm?
Well, you guys are downstairs in the sleeping quarters. Everybody, two other people are upstairs outside. And what are y'all doing?
I say to everybody else who's in the sleeping quarters. I mean, yeah, I would. You prepared the feast, right?
Yeah.
So
I
I'm
mean,
gonna, and you're downstairs still.
I can cast it again. I can only do it 2 more times.
I feel like once we go, hey, we've gotten rid of your storm, we're here, then things are going to focus on us. We might not get to the island right away, but there could be shit that hits the wall.
Well, I feel like I have a spell that could be kind of interesting that would kind of push, if it's undead that are on the island, the undead might be,
Your idea of
pushed away from
interesting
us.
All right.
is just plain scary to
Are
some.
you guys
know
just
that.
staying right there in the bunk room?
No, I'll be trying to.
Yeah,
I won't know my
walking-
way around, so I'll go out and look.
What the hell?
Yeah, once I hear it stirring, I'll go down and I'll send up 1 or 2 at a time to the
Wow.
conning
What's
tower.
Can you actually?
That's a link.
I was gonna say, can you actually click that? Does it? take
Not
some-
clickable, but I'm gonna see if I can copy it.
I'm not gonna.
All right, let's see if I can do it this way then. Let's see if this is any different.
That's a kitchen.
No.
Is that what you meant to send?
Yeah, it's.
A
All
very
right.
small picture
Okay,
of a
there
kitchen.
is the small one right there at the bottom. You actually click at the bottom of all that.
All right.
What?
Go all the way down to the
Yep.
last thing clicked, and that should be a.
Yep. Kitchens.
Yeah, as you're walking around, you find that.
Oh.
That's not a kitchen. That's a galley. What are you guys talking
As far
about?
as we're
What?
concerned, it's a
You're
kitchen.
upstairs. This is what they're finding.
What
It's
is
a kitchen.
what is this little thing right here? And I'm
Oh,
pointing
it's
at the
the
blender
total wrong thing.
or the mixer. I'm pointing at the mixer. What is this?
I don't know. I try and spin the bowl.
The bowl
I don't know what
spins.
it does. Do you think maybe you put things in and you spin the bowl real fast?
I have not a clue.
I think maybe.
Yeah, so apparently while you guys are sleeping, Sergeant Rock spent a whole lot of time drawing out what he remembers from the sub's internal looks as well as his external. And
Uh-huh.
you kind of get some things that look like this, and then of course other things kind of look a little wonky in shape. Like instead of the typical steering and stuff for the subs, it actually has like a ship's wheel, or maybe it's a steering wheel from his old car he had at one point in time, something like that.
Do you think it tickles it us walking around like this in here?
I'm gonna try something real quick.
I'm going to tickle it.
That's it. Hey, we're up in
And
the corner. If it starts waving around, we're gonna get thrown.
I'm gonna see if I can talk to it at all, and see if I'm just gonna ask it as I put my hand on the wall if it can, try and lead us towards the two that aren't near us.
Hmm.
I'm just gonna ask it that,
That's pretty smart.
Like- if it's able to pop a pseudopod out or something, or able to just kind of lead us in the direction.
Right.
I'm just gonna
Um,
ask it that. Whether it can understand me or not, I don't know.
Well,
Yeah,
as,
that's
as
good.
you're doing this and you're kind of making some sort of notion, the entire interior goes pitch black.
Oh no.
Fun.
And then
I'm.
a light above you comes on,
Oh.
and then a hallway light comes on.
Do you think that's?
I think that's kind of an idea. Let's follow that.
And,
Really?
as you're going, other lights come on and the ones behind you go off.
But I think it just switched from batteries to diesel.
Well, I'm sitting here looking at the lights that are inside the galley for a Gato class sub, so that's what I'm going with.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And if I'm not mistaken, wasn't the Gato class was it diesel?
I think it was.
Diesel,
All the
diesel,
boats are
electric.
diesel, and then with batteries capable.
Well, as it's going, the lights stop, and it looks like there's a ladder going up.
Right. You
All
first.
right.
Your friend.
Upwards.
Upwards and onwards. Is
Mhm.
everybody else coming too?
No, I'm going topside to go see Fred.
Well, Fred's not
So we're-
topside.
You following us, or
Fred is, well, I mean, yeah, if you left Fred topside, he's probably still topside.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's asleep. He's probably asleep right around here.
Right.
So you follow the lights, you head on up, and there's, May I and Sergeant Rock playing cards. You look out, it's about a good 20 or so foot drop to a flat
Yeah.
surface
I am
with no
not.
railings.
I'm
And-
probably not playing cards at this point. I'm doing the minor images, and I see you guys, and I go, "Oh, this thing really likes with the slideshows I've been putting on. Look at what it did."
This is terrifying.
I mean, I think
It's
it's
like a
awful
suit of armor
interesting.
just floating.
Oh, it's amazing! Wow, I didn't know a mimic could do this off of images. But wow, we've been doing this all night. He's had a whole movie.
I
Huh.
don't know how I feel. It feels cramped inside. I don't like it.
Tell you what, this really proves that we made friends with this guy. I think we ought to protect him.
It's only
Okay.
fair.
Like, not take him into the storm, because where we're taking him is not protective.
And you're pretty close to the storm now.
Oh, look, it's
Well,
there. Can we
we
eat
can-
now?
We can dive under the storm. That might be our best bet getting to the island. We're
Dive
gonna
under?
test this thing. Yeah.
Oh, that's
We
interesting.
Stay up here.
So where are we?
I've been showing them on images of submarines diving, and you know what?
Not
I
at
wasn't
all.
going to do this, before you guys were asleep. But now I
Yeah,
think I'm going to
that would
test
be
out
fun.
something. I was showing him how to, make the sound. So I'm going to call it. And then I go,
I cannot.
my most captainly voice, rig for dive, sound dive. And then I expected to go, auga, auga.
And it does, as you guys are standing there, you see water coming up over the deck. Wakes up Fred. Fred takes off, flying above the air.
Well, we'll be fine. We still got water breathing
And the
out.
water just kind of starts rushing over.
I rush to a railing and like cling on like little freaking sloth style, like all the way on legs and arms. Like, I didn't like this.
Bottom of the rack.
So, yeah.
Rocco rigged a rope around to hold himself up.
All right, so yes, it starts to go under.
This is interesting.
Shouldn't we have been inside?
Yeah, for those who stayed inside.
And you guys are
that
still
way.
standing on top, and you start seeing the water going in the hole at your feet.
Oops, and the hat. Yeah.
All right.
So where are you guys
Oh, I
at?
hate breathing water. It feels so awkward.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I mean, hey, May, how was it when you didn't have it?
Didn't have what? I'm sorry. I'm lost. I'm confused.
You had the joy of breathing water when you didn't have water breathing. How was it?
Oh. Eh?
I really don't.
I'm not saying that would be any better. I'm just saying this is not ideal.
Okay, so you guys are all topside for this.
I would have tried to ran in if I could in time.
Yeah,
and
when it
close
was
the hatch.
coming up and you mentioned it started going in, and
So
side.
who is inside? Who is outside?
in.
Out.
In.
Wait, you were inside? I thought we went outside.
We went outside, but as the water started coming up and it started diving down, went inside.
Yeah, no, I panicked and held onto a rail.
I got on top of Fred.
So you're not on the boat.
The
at
water
all.
for you.
You're flying above the boat.
I'm flying above. Yep.
Okay.
You sure you want to stay outside?
Well, you scared the crap out of me. I don't know what's going on.
Belfie, you want to stay outside as this is going down.
I'm not letting go.
Okay.
No, I'm staying on the
All right. So yes,
rail. That's what my character I think really would have done.
So
like,
you guys
just
go
panic.
under. I got two of you on top, two of you in the bottom. I guess we'll just say Dux is still asleep in the bunks or something.
yeah.
And Corporal and Fred are flying above the waves as the boat starts to go underwater.
Right, so you're going to be exposed to all of the weather.
Wow.
I mean,
Before we-
is it going to be safer inside rock or safer outside?
Nobody.
I don't rightly know.
And as you was going under, you did notice you were still heading straight towards that storm that's in front of you.
I mean, probably the currents would try and batter someone off the outside if we go under.
You know what? That's a good point. I reckon, we need to get the flyer inside too.
Me too.
It's
I'll
me.
be super sneaky.
Only problem with that is Sergeant Rock. I think you and Belfie are still outside in the water.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
I don't
I'm
know
then
how you're
gonna.
communicating.
Well, I get all captainly again, and then I go surface,
I
sound
thought
surface.
Rock came in with me, and then she was the only one outside.
May I
besides
went in with
Yeah,
you?
there were
Rock
two
was
of
still,
us.
Yeah.
said he was still topside.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right. So yeah, the bubbly surface apparently your boat understood that, and the sub shoots up out of the water, lands.
What? In the bloody hell was that?
that?
I'm hanging there. My hair is just like wet braid down the side of my face. Just-
Fun.
So
This is
corporal
not
punishment.
good for
You
leathers
notice
or
you notice it come
weapons.
up out of the water and then slap back down in the water, and it's still heading straight towards the storm. So the three of you give me a perception check.
I gotta make my sound again. Yeah, it doesn't help every time.
All right, you got Sergeant Rocks noted. I got Belfie's noted and punishments noted. All right, so you're a lot closer now to the storm.
Quick.
I'm gonna.
You're pretty certain you'll get within range of the storm in a matter of, half an hour to an hour.
All right, I'll pull my walkie-talkie and radio up to the corporal. Yeah, I think we need to get inside. You're gonna want to dismiss your animal there, and we're gonna ride out the storm under the surface.
Okay.
So with the perception of a 16 and a 17, you remember thinking you saw the lightning form what could be like an elemental or some sort of creature in the storm, correct?
Yeah, I remember
Mhm.
that. Like
All
something was walking.
Yes, and as you're closer to the storm, you get a better view.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, that's for up in the air. I wonder what kind of treats they have for under the surface.
Actually, you see this particular creature through the clouds and in the water and up in the clouds again. It's just swirling all over the storm clouds, and it seems to move around. As you seem to, I mean, it seems like it is actually literally part of the storm, if not the storm itself.
I have a question. This boat, and I'm asking,
Oh, okay.
yes, the captain of the ship, if it were. This is this metal, like the metal that armor or weapons would be made out of?
It sure looks like it, yeah.
And that is lightning.
Well, I do see a little problem with that, but if we're underwater, it should help disperse the lightning a little bit. That's why we want to go under.
All right. And I'm gonna wring my braid out and head towards whatever stairwell or doorway
Well,
there
there
is.
is no stairwell. There's just a round hatch that's closed at your feet.
Yeah. I'll open it up.
Right. This looks perfectly safe, and I am 100% confident in this. And I open it up and go down.
All right.
Now
What
tell
about?
them there's no stairs on ships. Everything's a ladder.
Also, if you roll insight, well, ladders or whatever, if you roll insight, you'll know I'm lying.
Don't think we need to roll insight for that. I think we already caught that on their passive.
Yeah, luckily I don't have really a bonus to insight, so yeah.
That's enough to know I'm lying my ass off.
Yep.
All right. So,
I love to see conflict.
Sarge and Corporal, are the two of you going down under?
Yep,
Yep. I'm going in.
yep. We have to trust our friend here, the happy and go lucky. Yeah, Mimic is going to have to get us through.
Alrighty then. So you're still topside.
Ooh,
The water, the sub is still topside.
oh,
But we're
right.
under. Okay.
But you
Once
guys-
everybody's in, I close the hatch, and then I yell, "Sound dive, 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 all dive."
All right. So everybody that's inside currently, roll me a dexterity saving throw.
okay, diving.
Dex saves. I have
11.
advantage because I am stealthy, or I don't know, whatever.
Wow,
I guess I don't need my +1, but I have it.
Corporal's got her sea leg.
I
So
did.
Belfie,
I think
Corporal,
just as bad.
and Sergeant Rock, you seem to be just fine. Give me a dex save for ducks, just for grins.
All right.
Yeah. He's gonna do it like on a pinky, doing a one-handed push-up or something.
All right. So,
Maybe not.
like I said, the three of you seem to, position your body just fine as the sub starts to dive.
So Dutch gets advantage.
May
of
I
saves.
and Surge? No, he doesn't get advantage on this one. He's asleep. May I and Surge? You kind of start sliding down the center aisle of where you're standing at as the ship starts to go under, and you hear boom boom. What the hell? as apparently Ducks just got rolled out of his bed.
Out of bed. Whoops.
I like that way too much.
All right, so you guys you're currently underwater.
And then, Rock says, level off at 10 meters.
It doesn't count.
Meters?
It doesn't seem to count, but it does seem to level off.
10 meters. What's that even mean?
All right. Well, Rock doesn't know. Well, Rock does have the ability to look outside, but he's not going to use it just yet because it's not something he can do all the time.
Oh, you're still heading on. You're still heading in the same direction.
Yep. If I feel depth charges starting to hit, I'll do ghostly gaze to see out through the walls of this thing.
If you hear depth charges, we'll keep that in mind.
Right.
All right. So, tell you what. How are we going to figure this out?
Hmm?
So where's this thing's mouth now?
Sorry.
Engine compartment.
Where's
Fueling.
this thing's mouth?
The mimic's mouth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I have no idea what you
We don't
mean
know.
by that. So that way.
Yeah, I went to the engine room and I figured out where it thinks the gas tank is, and I've been throwing good berries into what it thinks is the gas tank, the diesel fuel tank.
Cool.
So it's literally eating out his ass.
I mean, it's eating out of something somewhere in some yada yada
Sorry.
tank.
Yeah.
That's all I'm
So
understanding.
tell me, Sergeant Rock, how are you going to control this thing?
I eat it. Never mind.
Just by commanding it. That's how an officer, that's how the skipper of a boat does it, is he doesn't do anything. He just says, surface dive, set course 90 degrees due west, that sort of thing.
All right. So you guys are inside this thing.
Yep.
What are you doing?
And I'm hoping if we continue on this course, due west and stay, however many feet we are under the surface, that will help us avoid the impacts of the storm. That's how it works in real life.
So roll me a d20 and add 5 to it.
So I feel like I can cast some spells now.
Right.
Didn't used to be able to. And I feel like I can kind of turn you all into what I can do to a degree.
You can do a lot of things. So what exactly does that mean?
When I turn into an animal of sorts,
Oh.
I can do that to y'all, but only to, a degree and to a certain size.
Dex saving throw.
Who?
Everyone?
Everyone?
As you guys are having this conversation, the sub jerks. So give me a saving throw.
Dexterity.
Nope.
All right.
I have rolled super low tonight.
26.
Well, everybody, you have advantage on Dex saving throws.
I do.
All right.
Is
so,
it an area of effect?
We'll say no. It's not an area of effect.
Okay, then no.
I mean, it's literally keeping your feet as the boat shifts.
Okay, then no.
So yeah, it shifts out of the way and throws several of you against the hull.
Sounds about right.
And
Fantastic.
you say you are going to.
Okay. It says any effect that allows you to make a dex saving throw.
We'll allow you to keep your feet. So
Spider climbs are good.
you do discover the periscope. May I?
Oh.
You literally you fall right into this thing that looks like you can look into.
Well.
When you fail your save, you hit your face right on it.
Ow! The hell's this? See if I can look through it.
Well, you see nothing but water.
Well, Rock sees you looking over there, and he goes, periscope depth, up periscope.
Those words mean nothing.
So
It's a periscope.
the ship angles again towards a more up routine. Give me another D20 roll, +5.
Who, me? Or
No,
him?
that'd be Sergeant Rock, since he seems to be one in
Oh.
command.
The dice are in my favor for a change.
They are, well, it's not you that they're favoring, apparently. They're favoring your ship.
Mm.
Yep.
So as he comes periscope height, you look through the whatever this thing is in front of you, may I?
Uh-huh.
And you can see the water level drop, and then you're looking at the storm. And in the storm, you see this weird storm-like creature that seems to be dipping in the water right in front of the ship, or pretty much all around the ship.
Rock?
Oh,
The hell's this?
Let me take a look. I've never looked through a periscope before. Wow, this is something. And I'll do the 360 scan with it.
All right, you see behind you clear skies, and you turn, and you're pretty much face to face with. Let me see if I can get over here. This right here. You're looking at that face right there, and you can see what looks like cloud-based tails wrapped around the front of the ship.
I step back, go down periscope. And I go,
never
Yeah,
mind, never
and then-
mind.
yeah, it's going to hit the periscope with a lightning bolt, propagate right down to me, right? I want the sea to be able to buffer the lightning. So then I yell, dive the boat 10 meters.
Okay, so let's see if I can do this for you. Since you're in control,
Or he does that,
if we're
will.
going up and down, I'll just start guidance. Just do whatever I can on the ship every turn.
all right, Sergeant Rock, can you click that link?
A warship.
Well, it was. Now it's a submarine.
Yeah, cool. Huh.
So,
And then if it's got stats and stuff. Wow.
yeah, yes, it has stats and stuff.
Encounter.
Oh no.
It's almost as if I created it for some reason.
But as he hollers to dive again, I'm casting spider climb on myself.
I'll give you a deck save here and real quick.
All right, so with that, I need you to roll, and I think you can actually click on the submarine. No, you can't, can you? I'll have to do it for you. All right, hold on. Let's try this again. Let me remove all this.
Let's see if I can do this. Does that come over? It does.
Let me do this again. All right, let's change that to an 8. All right, so why don't every one of you roll me an initiative roll?
Oh,
And,
I mean, okay, good, but
First, I will select my token.
oh
Good
crap,
call.
that sucks. All right, I suppose it's all right. I'll be able to see what everybody else decides to do.
is everybody,
Where's
everybody rolled?
I can't roll ducks. He's under the boat or something.
No, he's right here.
Oh, that's ducks.
He might be under the boat. Let me move the boat down here then.
There we go.
I'll just shoot the boat to the back, which should help you out better. All right, so yeah, ship's moving forward.
All right.
You saw that thing. So you put the periscope down, and it's your turn. What are you doing?
Sergeant Rock, he's going to say, just kind of guessing that this would even work. He goes, fire, torpedo, tube 1.
All right.
I mean, you don't know if you don't try, right?
So I'm going to remove the ship from the initiative order and let you be the one controlling the ship.
Oh, all right.
So
I was just gonna
why?
wait until.
So why
But
don't?
yeah.
Yeah. Why don't you roll me that that attack that you were playing with?
On the encounter. All right, yeah. So yeah, it doesn't know any better. It probably just thinks that that means spit acid.
Yep. All right.
Same roll.
A second. Okay. Okay. Alrighty then, and that requires a dexterity saving throw.
Does it? Oh yeah,
Yep.
that's what it is. Not a really tough one either.
Ooh, just make it. So the giant creature seems to it actually seems to have hit it. Not that you can tell because you're not looking at the periscope anymore.
Right.
Oh,
That's 96 plus 1 halved.
Where do you get 96 plus 1?
well,
That's
what that 33 points is
oh,
96 plus one.
okay. I didn't see the roll. That's why it was confusing. Sorry.
Alright, so it'll be 16. Okay.
All right, that's Sergeant Rock.
So I'm gonna say there's something else you can do. That was just you using a free action to speak a word.
Oh, okay. Well, I am going to use my action to do the ghostly gaze thing. Look through the hole so I can see where it is and kind of gauge when a good time is to fire the torpedoes at it.
All right. So as you look through the ghostly gaze, you see this rolling storm that seems to go above the water and into the water. And it's not got a hold of your ship yet, but it does look like it's trying to wrap some of its tendrils around the ship. Is that an action?
Yeah, it takes an action for me to do the ghostly gaze.
Surge.
I am going to reach over and put my hand on the side of the ship, and I am going to cast protection from good and evil.
All right.
So until the spell ends, the creature is protected against certain types of creatures: aberrations, celestials, elementals, fays, fiends, and undead. The protection grants several benefits. Creatures of those types have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target, so disadvantage on attack rolls against the ship if they're any of those. It can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them, and if it is already charmed, frightened, possessed by such a creature, it has advantage on any new saving throws against the effect.
All right.
So, yeah. If it is any of these, it is at disadvantage to attack.
All right. If it's any of those.
Yep. I figured since we were going into a storm
okay.
that looked like it had an elemental, I prepared that.
It definitely fits underneath one of those criterias.
So
That's
I
so
am.
interesting. You know, I got that. I have that. I feel better than I used to feel, and I have that like all the time.
Okay. Good night,
Cool.
everyone.
All right.
Yeah.
That's
So
cool.
If I lose concentration, hit it with that. That is going to be my action, bonus action. Da-da.
Oh, yeah,
so
I can
until the
cast that as
spell
a spell
ends-
on others too. Yeah.
until the spell ends, one willing creature you touch is protected against certain types of creatures. Now, what does that give me as far as that's concerned? Disadvantage on attacks?
Yeah, disadvantage on attacks. It can't be charmed by that creature. So yeah, I'll post the entirety of it. Just
All
give me a
right,
second. But that's
well,
going to be
it's-
basically everything I can do, I think.
Not that you guys can see this, but you do feel the shift in the hull as... Oh, good thing it was a disadvantage. 19 does not hit you, does it? It does, but it doesn't go break through the AC. Right?
Armor class is 20. Natural armor.
All right, so that was the first.
Oof.
Uh,
That's just the rest of the spell.
Second attempt to hit
That
you.
was smart.
Okay, this one does because it was a 21. So you guys, you hear it as well as feel it. This thunderous clap of sound as something slams into the side of the ship, causing it 19 points of damage. 19 points of thunder damage. And with
All right.
that, I believe that's it for its turn. May I? You notice. What is your passive?
My passive is shit. Oh, 18 actually.
Yeah,
That's not
that's shit. Yeah.
I mean, Dux is a 23. I'm a 21.
So with your passive of
More than
shit,
mine, though.
apparently, 18 being shit, you notice a screen off to the side of this thing you bopped your head on, and you can see a line that's going around in circles, and every time it passes a certain point, it lights up. And in the center of it, you can see where it lights up what looks almost like the shape of what you're in. And then, of course, the other big glob of whatever is lights up every time it passes through it. Just a heads up. It's the only visual you have of what you're facing. So what would you like to do?
I'm gonna look through that thingamajigger again
Okay.
and see if I see anything.
You see what looks like rolling clouds under the water since the periscope is down. Electricity and lightning shooting through it. And, periodically you'll see this face pop up.
When I see that face, can I cast banishment on it?
Well, what
You
is
have
the
to-
definition of banishment?
Oh my gosh,
Uh,
please let it just say something you can see.
yes.
And-
Attempt to send one creature that you can see within range to another plane of existence.
What's your range?
60 feet.
Well, let's see how long this sub ended up being. You're right about here. So, no. You can tell you are just out of range for being able to use that.
Hail spells.
So you still have an option to do something.
Well, I know that radar, but technically, would that indicate that I'd be able to see or?
Well, I mean, it's not going to count as if you're seeing the creature. It just gives you an idea that it's in front of you. And
Let's see here. Create twisted particles at least 30-foot cube within range. Here's each creature in the area. These are fine. Would I be able to turn the periscope into, like, be able to shoot hypnotic pattern out of it?
what does your spell say? How do you cast Hypnotic Pattern? Just
You create a twisting pattern of colors that weaves through the air inside a 30-foot cube within range. The pattern appears for a moment, then vanishes. Each creature in that area sees the pattern, must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature becomes incapacitated for the duration. While charmed by the spell, the creature is incapacitated and has the speed of 0.
all right. So let's do this. You have that passive 18. You see the radar. Just to the right of the radar, you see what looks like almost like a box with an open side to it.
Okay.
And as soon as you're like, I'm not close enough to cast a spell, you see that box lights up.
Okay. I'll check out the box.
All right, and you look in it, and pretty much you see a list of your spells.
Oh. Okay. List of my spells? or a
Well-
list of this creature spells?
Well, no, it just says spells.
Oh,
Okay. What spells would they happen to have?
Well, what spells do you happen to want to cast?
Banishment?
Well, let's
and
see.
I'm going on a limb here, but if that one won't work, hypnotic pattern is probably next on the list.
Yeah.
All right, so you want to cast banishment.
Yes.
What is involved in casting banishment?
Let me
Components, verbal, somatic, that kind of thing.
An item distasteful to the target's daily material.
Well, don't know what you consider distasteful to an elemental, but okay.
Metal.
You got a ship covered in that.
Yeah.
All right. No hand gestures or anything like that.
Verbal and schematic. But yeah.
It's a via symbol.
Okay, just give me an insight check.
All right. Insight. Oh.
Yeah, you're pretty certain that as long as you're touching this control panel, you can cast your spells through the submarine.
Sweet. I will cast banishment then.
Yeah, and that takes what kind of save?
That takes a charisma. By the way, what?
You cast a spell, you feel the spell go off, and you could have swore the creature was just now laughing at you as I roll a 31 for save.
Oh my goodness.
Apparently has a
Well.
bone.
Okay. 31. That's a number.
Belfie.
All right.
Right. I'm gonna look at the captain of the ship and say, right, what weapons does this thing have? What did you tell it about? I'm not going up there.
It basically just has the torpedoes. So I've already fired tube 1. Try to fire tube 2.
Point me in the direction. I don't know where the hell the tube is.
I don't even know. I just announce it. So
Okay, fire, tube, torpedo.
Oh.
What are they again?
Torpedo.
Torpedoes. Tube 2. I say with authority.
Roll me a d6.
Okay. A 3.
You get a warning Claxton alarm. It's
What the heck?
maybe it needs to load the torpedoes first.
Ready, what's the word again? Torpedoes.
So ready, torpedo?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Roll me a d6.
All right.
Eh.
Oh.
Yeah. And you get the same buzzer noise.
I pull out my yin and yang, and I go to the door or the hatch that I came down. And I go, I'll just guard this, and I stand there holding an attack if anything comes.
I got this. That's it.
I got it. That's it.
All right. Corporal.
Yeah.
What-
The ship took damage, yeah.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
I mean, steam pipes or whatever seem to
Took 19 damage is what we were told.
just seem to shoot all over you, and some weird looking liquid sloshes around, like something being shot out of the pipes. You don't see sparks because there's actually no electricity here. It's just what kind of mimicry the thing can do. It doesn't know what sparks are, so it's not mimicking that.
Form a damage control party. Good idea.
So
I
what
guess
would
they
you
call
like to
them
do?
control team rather than damage control party. But yeah,
Yeah, damage control party back in that day was a couple guys running around with plates to put over the holes and get knocked in as the water comes flooding in.
yeah.
Did we lose somebody, or are you just sitting so still that it looks like you're staring at your keyboard?
Me?
Nope, Tara.
There.
I think we may have
Yes,
lost. Yep.
we lost her. All right.
Oh, she's back. Welcome back.
Sorry.
So did you get the picture of that so we can make a mini out of it?
Cameras are good.
I wouldn't be surprised, nor would I
didn't.
be upset.
All right, looks like it still has me in the right spot.
Yep. That's what I was
No.
checking.
All right, may I go right ahead?
I'm going to do, I don't know what I can cast. How about I just do a lay on of hands on the ship?
Okay, how much you giving it?
Whatever will take it to maximum.
All right, Sarge, how much healing does it require?
19 points.
Okay, I'll give it 19 points.
What would Dux like to do during all this?
He's climbing up to the hatch, getting ready to open it. He wants to get out there and claw the thing, but he's not going to get there because Rock says, "Hold on."
Okay, so Dux tries to shoulder his way past you, Belfie, to open the hatch to the water that's outside.
Okay.
Does he actually stop when you say hold on? I don't think he would.
He's not raging,
Not yet.
Yeah,
and he's not
yeah.
particularly stupid. So if we're
He's not-
underwater and he can't swim that fast,
No, but he could use his slippers to stay attached to the, because I thought about it, to stay attached to the deck without having an issue.
but it will flood the cabin. So we really don't.
Oh,
want him
yeah,
to go
no,
out.
but it's the only reason why I didn't go out there.
So Rock just told him to hold, and he doesn't know much about this stuff. Rock seems to know what he's doing, so he's going to stop and listen to Rock.
All right, well then.
Did you just role play a character listening to you? Because that seems a little self-serving.
Dad.
well, it's Rock's ass if Dux dies.
I'm just looking for some clarification here.
So then he stops and turns around and looks at you and probably says something in Dux's accent that's like, "Why? I want to go out there and hit it."
Yeah, well, if we start sinking, you want to be ready on the hatch to get us out of here, but don't open it until we need it. And so Rock's gonna, or
I got an
Dutch
idea.
is gonna get up.
He says, "I got an idea. Tell me where the torpedo tubes are, and you can shoot me out one of those."
All right, let's do that.
Terrible
Okay,
idea.
tube 1 is clear. Go to the front of the vessel and get ready to climb into tube 1.
Wait, can we do that? We're small.
Yeah.
Torpedoes aren't necessarily small.
All right, so it's your turn, Rock, as Dux changes position and starts running towards the front of the ship.
My God, I really want this to work.
Yeah, and Rock is looking outside, seeing the position of this thing, and he's going to go enable adhesion. So the next time it grabs the ship, it has to make that escape check. Not too tough. He's 16, but if it rolls like a 1 or a 2, it might not. It might get stuck.
All right, so you enable adhesion, and I'm guessing you insist that it's on the outside instead of the inside.
Yeah, yeah, hull only.
All right, so anything else you'd like to do? Because that was just spoken words.
Right. I can see out there, so I can actually. I'm checking the description of my favorite spell here. Choose a point within range. It's got 120-foot range. So yeah, I'll go ahead and put a synaptic static out there into the storm because it's not really electricity. It's not real static. It's much better than that. I guess I have to go to this tab to show the save. From inside the ship, I'm yelling, frag out.
All right, so fragging out. DC 21 intelligence check. Well, that ought to be real good. How's a 1? So it
All
will
right,
take.
what's bonus?
It'll take. Where is it at? There it is. It'll take the 29 static damage. Or psychic, whatever.
Yep.
All right, so
And-
let me verify that that's not something that it's okay.
And it rolls a d6 and subtracts that number from its attacks and ability checks, which
Oh.
might make it so that it has to do an ability check to escape from the adhesion. So if it clobbers the ship, it might get stuck.
Well,
It's already at stuck. If it gets
So-
stuck, it's already disadvantaged to attack the ship too.
So since you did that, it will go ahead and do something else. All creatures within 120 feet of this must each make a dexterity saving throw,
Ooh.
which includes people inside the hull. So if
And
you
they all
got,
get a +1.
so if you would be so kind as to give me that dexterity saving throw with the +1.
Ugh,
Is it gonna be
gross.
so 11? I'm pretty sure that fails.
18.
24? I forgot about my automatic rerolls that happen for ones.
Ducks is, or Rock is busy trying to do something, and then now we switch to Ducks. This,
So I'm going to assume that since Belfie is a rogue of a decent level, she has evasion.
She does.
So you will take no damage.
I like it a lot.
You made the save. Dux, on the
Same
other
as,
hand, is not a high level rogue. Does he have evasion?
I believe he does.
I
have
think he
evasion.
does.
he
Okay,
does.
So he will also take no damage. While everybody else, including the sub itself, will take 34 points of lightning damage as they get hit by a lightning storm bolt of from the creature itself.
What kind of
Right.
creature is it?
Elemental. I
It's
believe.
elemental.
Then the protection from good and evil.
It makes it where I have a disadvantage to attack.
Okay.
Does it give you anything for spells that are thrown your direction there, Surge?
What's it say up
Is it
here?
an attack spell?
Creatures of these types have disadvantage on attack. The target also can be charmed, frightened, possessed. The target is already charmed, frightened, possessed.
Like, does it clarify melee attacks or
Nope,
spell
it just
attacks?
says lightning storm.
It
Boom.
just says attack rolls.
It only has advantage on saving throws against the relevant effect of fright and charm possession, if it's already
Yeah.
so. It doesn't get advantage on saving throws like that.
Now,
We get
did you roll a dexterity saving throw for the sub?
I didn't.
You might want to.
It does have a button.
Crap.
34
Yeah.
points, you said?
It's 34 points, and if you did not get a 15 or higher, you are stunned until the end of the next turn.
Cool, I'm stunned.
Okay. Do we take half damage if we roll over 15?
If you rolled over 20, you take half damage.
Okay.
I am going to go ahead and try
But
advantage.
if you, here's what it says: if the target saving throw fails by 5 or more, the creature is also stunned until the end of the next turn.
Ah,
All right.
okay. And it was 32 damage?
on my save.
The sub will take the 34 points, but is not stunned.
Right. This is fine.
Yeah, I kind of want to use a reroll, but I think it's too late for that.
Probably.
And it brings us to your turn, Serge. No, wait.
Nope.
No, it's not your turn. Where was I? It's Sergeant Rock's turn.
Sergeant Rock just did the
Wait a
synaptic
minute.
static. And,
Yeah,
and
you did.
The bolt-
So it is Serge's turn.
yeah, the elemental goes between me and
Well, it's not his turn
Serge.
yet. That seemed to
Yeah.
be an action that was taken outside its usual act.
Really?
Yep.
It's got
Uh-huh.
legendary.
It is not my turn because I am stunned. And I lost concentration on protection from good and evil.
I mean, technically, it's still your turn. You just can't do crap. Just
Yep. So,
burn that
All
out
right,
there.
so that burned your turn.
yep.
So now it's another thunderous slam against the sub.
Not at disadvantage because I lost concentration.
All right.
Oh, I have to check concentration because my ability also.
That's another deck save, right?
What is
So he still
Thunderous
has
Slam?
his
You
Oh,
still
is
have
that a
what?
con save?
No. He's doing a Constitution save for concentration on a spell that was cast.
Oh no, Synaptic Static doesn't have concentration. This guy gets to make a saving throw, an intelligence save at the end of its turn. So for this turn, it's minus a d6 on its attack roll.
Yep. So I will roll the attack roll, and I will minus 6 from that. So 6 is 17. It's going to be a miss.
Oh,
No, wait,
darn.
it's not 6. It's a d6, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah. See, I was taking the full amount. All right. So
we're okay with it if you are.
that's going to be 21 points of thunder damage for the first attack. I rolled a 1, so it only dropped it down to a 22 to attack. Alright, second attack. Sure is going to be a lot higher.
Are you?
Yeah. So yeah, that's going to be a 30 to attack with the minus
Fantastic.
for another 25 points of thunder damage.
So we're at 46 points of damage.
Wait, that's just to the ship.
That's to
Yeah.
the sub. Yes.
So
And-
it took the 34 and then 21 and 25.
Not going to want to hang out with us anymore.
So may I? You're up.
Okay.
Are you
Trying to
stunned
remember
or
real
not
quick.
stunned?
Oh no, I'm not stunned.
Oh,
By the way,
hey, there.
Surge, you're not stunned either.
I failed my roll.
At the end of your turn.
Oh, it's into your
no.
next turn. My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
the ship,
so I'm not stunned anymore.
the guy
Yeah.
who struck the ship has to has to see if he gets grappled by the adhesion.
Yeah, it's funny how that worked.
Hmm.
Does not seem to be grappled.
Almost
Immune to
like
grapple?
it's incorporeal.
I didn't say that.
I mean, elementals tend to be slippery little bastards.
Yeah, they do tend to be able to be grappled. Trying to remember real quick on concentration checks. It's half the damage or 10, whichever's higher, or full damage or 10, whichever.
half the
17.
damage.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to roll 17. I rolled 16. That's why mine faded.
All right. I still have my spider climb then.
If it was 32, I would have seen it. But
Yeah, I couldn't quite remember.
So yeah, you're still
Um,
firmly standing on this without any kind of being thrown around.
All right.
Yeah, I'm loving these slippers right now for sure.
Well, apparently, he's a very charismatic guy. Let's see how wise this creature is.
Okay.
Okay.
What is this one?
This is hypnotic pattern.
The second choice for the spell button.
Dice rollers are streamed. They are live. I don't fudge them.
Are you shitting me? Another natural
Yes.
20?
Another natural 20
nice.
for a grand total of 22. 32.
Sure, because why not? Right?
I mean, let me double check. I'm sure they're on the screen. Yeah, they're there. You can see them.
Yeah, I saw that.
No, I
Okay.
believe you. Just don't have to be excited about it.
No, I was just the fact that it was to say it's against Mayhi that just natural 20
Yeah.
rolls.
Yep.
It just
I mean, I would have rather had the hypnotic pattern go off because, I just gave you this fancy new toy and I'm about to destroy it.
Yeah.
oh,
But
Also-
on the bright side, the fancy new toy does have a pretty decent.
Oh, yeah. Hit point.
at the,
Cool.
Sorry,
at
Rock.
the end of supposed to make another intelligence save to see if it cleared its head from the synaptic static.
Oh, I did not do that. Let me roll that. Oh, look at that. That's a 4
So he's still taking -6 on
on his
Ability
attack
check.
rolls. an ability checks. Got that.
You know, take what we can get.
So, this creature, if it was a creature that falls underneath the spell's guidelines, would have an intelligence that's low enough that awakening would work.
It doesn't fall under the guidelines, though. It's an elemental, not a beast or plant.
But it gives you an idea how low its intelligence is.
Yeah. Not real bright.
This is
Okay.
a mindless beast or a mindless creature.
That's
If
freaking
only I had
charismatic.
something that
Going to
wasn't
try
wisdom
your-
or con.
Weren't you all going to try a dispel magic on this storm? I take it that won't work since this is an elemental.
Well,
This
we
elemental
might
might
be
have
able-
just been part of the storm, not the storm itself.
Yeah.
Think something
I don't
that
think we're-
was said hints at different.
it might be possible if we kill the elemental to then dispel magic in the vicinity of the submarine for smooth sailing.
Sure.
So that was May Eyes go, correct?
Yeah.
Belfie, you're like standing there at the door, and Dux runs up and then runs away.
I'm going to again look at our friend here and go, is there any way to get on the top of the ship, or can you make it come up so we can go out and actually help?
I think
Or should
if
we
we
do-
go up, it's going to lightning bolt the ship a lot more.
I'm useless down here.
I'm useless down here.
You're doing things. I mean, not effectively, but
Yeah. Try doing damage control. Look for anything that's spraying and turn off a nearby valve or something like that.
I look around for a valve that looks like it needs turning.
Yeah. The
All
ship
right.
is
So
down.
so you do. You find a valve right next to you that looks like it needs turning.
Not at the door, Dan.
No, it's one beside the door.
Like this one?
Do you turn it?
No.
Yeah, let's,
You sure?
I'll look first at the captain of this vessel.
Who is not where you're at? He's downstairs somewhere, out of sight.
Crap. Well, then he
No,
wouldn't
I-
have told me to look for valves, so I wouldn't be looking for valves. So no.
I mean, you said look at the captain. You didn't say holler at the captain.
I mean, if you want, I can polymorph you if you go out there.
I was told not to open the door because the water would come rushing in. It wasn't. I can stay on the top of the ship, no problem.
I'll
But
tell you what, I'm about to fire torpedo number 2. Start heading towards the front, and you can use that tube after I reflood it.
Christy,
oh my god,
yeah.
I go out towards the front, towards this hole.
So you're not going to hit the valve that's sitting right next to you?
What does it look like?
Just it looks like a round crank.
No, I'm not opening the door, Dan.
No, the door's above you.
Does it
You
say
have to
Skycraft?
roll up a ladder and do that to open the door. This valve is sitting right next to the ladder.
All right, I'm gonna roll a d6.
Okay.
Odds, I don't touch it. Evens, I do.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I touch
So
it.
the
Yeah. So you grab it and it spins. Spins real easy. So you just keep spinning it. And what's your passive perception?
16.
All right. So yeah, just as you spin it, you notice the door at your feet closes,
Oh.
and then you start noticing the water rising.
it's an airlock.
I go up to the top of the door with
Uh-huh.
my movement.
Yep.
And on my, I guess that would be my action interacting. So on my next turn, I will be ready to open that door.
All right.
Can I, with the bonus action, isn't it a bonus action for that sticky thing? The ball of.
Yes, I believe I
string?
did say it was a bonus action.
Okay, I'm going to take that off and attach it to myself and look for a spot that I can tie the ball off inside here.
Yeah, there's a metal ladder you're like sitting on.
Yeah, so I'm going to work on tying that ball.
All right. So as you climb up and you get close to the top, you've got your rope all tied off. You'll notice that the water is now about, I would say, your knee high depth below you. And you guys downstairs hear the slamming shut of a metal door above you, or up nearby. I don't think it's like directly above you anyway.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's good.
And then you hear what sounds like pumps going off.
And the Belfie go, yes!
All right,
And
Corporal.
you hear, oh, that's not what I meant.
Corporal, what would you like to
And
do?
yet,
Well, I'm going to recast protection from good and evil in the ship.
All right, noted. Dux is up near the front. What is Dux doing?
He's climbing into a tube, but there's a little problem, right? He can swing the door open, but you have to turn the thing and then swing it open. But he climbs in there. He doesn't have any way to close it.
Okay.
So I was going to open that Belfry would go up there, and then he would say,
Tell
"Oh,
the ship to
you
close the
have to
tube.
close this tube."
you didn't tell me that. You said go up there so I could use it next, not you needed my help.
Skipper, the ship didn't know about that, right? So, so Dux is going to have to figure something out here. But he's climbing into the tube.
All right, so Dux climbs into the tube and doesn't say or do anything else?
Nope, not yet.
Okay, so it's your turn.
Oh, Rock. Yeah, Rock's going to go fire torpedo 2.
Roll me a
And
d6.
the ship's going to do another spit on the bad guy.
Yep, do me a d6.
Well, I guess after it recharges, yeah.
Hey,
Yay.
it recharged. You fire off the
Nice.
torpedo too. Just which tube was Dux in?
Fuck.
He
Dux
was
is in
in
tube
tube
1.
one because that one was already fired.
Yeah. This
All
is
right.
torpedo 2.
So hey, I failed that dex save, so I will take all 34 acid damage.
Nice.
likes it.
And it seems that he takes all that damage too.
Ooh.
All right.
Or let's say it takes all that damage as well.
And meanwhile, Rock is still looking through his gaze, so he can see out there and do another one of these. He yells, "Frag out!" Oops, I want to be on this.
All right, frag out is an intelligence saving throw for 36.
I found a weak spot, so I want to exploit it.
I wish I had any intelligence spells. The only one I have is Feeble Mind, and I don't think that would do anything.
Okay, so I will take that 36 points of damage.
All right, we got our licks in. Oh, yeah, not this round. Next round, he's going to say flood tube 1, and hopefully the ship can figure out he needs to close that door on it.
Oh, we'll see. Surge.
I'm gonna yell at Belfie on the other side of the bulkhead, I guess, and ask if she wants to be polymorphed when she's outside or not.
No.
Okay. All right. Then I will go ahead and move up to the spell station. And,
yeah.
Go ahead and give it a shot.
I don't got much that I can do, but I got something at least.
I'm
give
just
me
gonna go heal.
Yeah. Give me a Constitution saving throw. 19. It's gonna take half damage if it succeeds,
Hey, what?
and I'm cold damage if it takes cold damage. I need a con save.
Okay, con save.
Yep. It will take 36 cold damage on a fail or 18 cold on a success.
Okay, so looking this over, it looks like it takes some of what you've done.
Some of the cold damage. Okay, so
that was what, 36?
36, or if it takes only part of it, then it'd be 9 if it succeeded.
Hmm?
Is it resistant, or does it just take half because it saved?
Hold on. You confused me there for a second.
It'd be 36, 18, or 9 if it's resistant and
Alright.
saved.
Got it. No, I'm just saying it looks like it made it save, so it took
Gotcha.
less the damage. So with that, the fact that it's been bombarded,
And bonus action, I'm going to shift to get some temp hit points.
all right. Well, it's my turn. We did say you cast the spell again, right?
Yeah, I threw a spell out of there.
I mean,
Protection from evil, yes.
protection's
Oh.
back.
Yep,
Oh.
protection's back.
So there'll be a disadvantage on that. So with disadvantage, we're looking at so 21 minus, right?
Mm-hmm.
-3, so that first swing with the Thunder Slam is a miss. Let's try it again for a second time. I'm not even going to roll because with a disadvantage, it's an 18 before the d6 roll.
Ooh.
So that would make it, hey, a 12. So both those hits are a miss. So, what are you doing?
Well, since I can't seem to do shit to this thing, I'm gonna go find a nice little spot to have a seat and pat the dash and say, "You're doing good, buddy. Keep it up."
You hear Rocco, go check on ducks. You can close the hatch for ducks.
And I heal the mimic for 30 points.
Which puts us at 16 damage for the mimic.
All right, well, Sergeant Rock is controlling the Mimic's damage, correct?
Yeah.
All right,
So it would be down to 16, but it's also taken 34. So it's down a net of 50 points.
all right,
It's
just make
down
sure
50
you
points.
picked up another 30 points. Now, at the end of Mai's turn, you guys hear this god-awful scream. Sounds like, I'm going to just go with like a tornado in the middle of a thunderstorm and the shearing and tearing of metal. So I need everyone to make me another dexterity saving throw.
Would I have advantage because I still got my sticky feet?
No, because this actually just kind of rattles through the hull and everything.
Oh,
He's got advantage, so I'll roll that again.
So what this is as a legendary action, he releases what's called a Screaming Gale.
Ooh.
So anybody who rolled less than 21 on that save.
That's going to be Rock for sure.
So everyone but me and ducks.
So according to this, the mimic is a live creature, so I'm going to have to leave that be. But
Right.
anybody who failed the 21 will take.
Look, the ship got a 21
Nice.
Okay.
by rolling in that 20.
I got 23 by looking at 20.
So let's see. I'm trying to figure this out. So give me just a moment. All right. So what did you roll? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So the first one's for the object.
Huh?
Sorry, it's the way this is written out. I'm trying to figure it out. When I rolled it, it gave me a grand total damage of 38. But objects in the area take 16 points of damage. Each creature there must succeed a saving throw or take the 19 points of thunder damage. And those who did not make 21, if you made 21, you don't take any damage apparently,
Okay.
according to what I'm
Gotcha.
seeing here. But if you did get under 21, you took 19 points of thunder damage. And if you're in, the ship made it, so anybody that's inside will also take another 3 points of bludgeoning damage as you are thrown. Well, it says 60 feet, but you can't be thrown 60 feet due to
We just hit a wall.
so you just got slammed against the hull inside the ship.
Gotcha.
So 22 points.
That's why I was wondering because I do have my sticky feet. Would that have thrown me?
According to this, if you failed the save, you got thrown. So even the
So you ate the dash.
yeah.
Okay.
Nom, 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 nom. Better than eating its butt, I guess. I don't know. Just trying to tie it all together.
And
So
luckily, it's only
succeeding, we
3
take
points.
nothing.
Succeeding, well, the way I'm reading this, succeeding, you take nothing.
All right.
Now, if you want, I will read you word for word, and you can give me your guys' opinion. But in my opinion,
Nope,
you
it
just
sounds
take
good
it.
to me.
I know,
Yeah,
but we
well,
can argue
I know
this.
some
I mean,
of
if
the
you
stuff
really
is-
want
No,
it.
no, no. No, no,
Good
no.
call.
It's just a lot of the stuff. It's like half damage, or you
Yeah,
know.
this one's strictly states dexterity saving throw or take, which means if
Gotcha.
you made the save, you don't take it.
It's kind of like a cantrip where it's save or nothing, or
Which
Yeah.
is
overall.
interesting how light this ends up being based on the fact it takes 3 action points to use.
hmm
Anyway, that's neither here nor there.
It seems like it can do a lot though.
It would have given like 38 points to whatever if it was an object. Alright, that was it for its turn. You just went. It went. So now it's Belfie. The water's filling
Wow.
up.
Was I able to tie or get the ball secured before?
Give me a
my...
sleight of hand check on the tying part.
All right. Sleight of hand. I have advantage on sleight of hand checks. Because of no, I think that's only for. All right, so let's see what happens here or here. Boop. 24.
You think you've tied it off good enough.
Okay, so I have the sticky part that won't come off attached to me. I have the ball attached here. I'm going to climb up the ladder and open it. How far up is the ladder?
Say about 7 feet.
Okay.
So
And then
the
I'm going to open it and brace myself.
You turn it. Now you want to open it. Give me a strength saving throw to open it. Strength check to open it, my bad. Or an athletics, whichever one.
Oh, they're both a -1, man. Okay.
And by this time,
You're-
the room is half full.
Yeah, it's not going to do it. 7. So I guess I will be waiting for the room to fill and pressure to
I was
equalize.
gonna say, as you're pushing, you're feeling like something is pushing back against you harder than you're pushing against it.
So I will take a
So-
second and I will. How far is from my memory of going top side to down? How far from here to the side of the top where the monster is? Is it like where is the? $75 or 80 feet. Okay.
Unless you just come out and, well, swim. But that's gonna be
No, I would be using my sticky slippers.
Yeah, but that'd also be twice your movement rate because it's considered. You don't have free movement in water, so it's a.
Anything that I can
Adverse
stick
terrain.
to with these slippers, unless it is icy or oily, I don't have any issues with movement speed.
I could have cast freedom of movement on you.
He could have. Now
But I didn't
the
see ya.
issue is it's still water you're pushing through.
Okay.
You're not going to have any problem walking on it,
Okay.
but the whole mechanics for being underwater is what I'm working with.
Then for the rest of my action, I will take some time and ready my equipment. So I'm going to go ahead and put in my +2 bolts and switch out the bolts that I'm going to be using.
Okay.
As opposed to my regular
So
crossbow.
you put your swords away and start fiddling with your crossbow.
Yeah, because if I remember correctly, melee weapons have disadvantage because of swinging through, but piercing weapons do not, right?
Correct.
So then, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that.
All right. So, yeah, the room is about half full, and like I said, you being a player, you realize that the difference between opening that door is the pressure. Once this room fills with water, that door will be no problem to open, because then it'll be equal inside and out.
And Belfie grew up around piers and stuff, so she would have some idea of how pressure would work, I think.
Maybe.
Sounds good.
Corporal,
I have a question.
42.
Since, no.
That is the meaning of
Since-
life.
Since this creature is dealing us damage, can I use Hellish Rebuke?
You're inside of a creature as well, so I don't know how well Hellish Rebuke would work, unless, mind you, give me a perception check. Because I don't know, what's your passive anyway?
15.
You know what, with a 15 I'll say you notice that Mai has been trying to do something with a console over here on the board, And you're pretty certain that maybe you could use that same console.
Ah,
I'm
So I
giving
could
I'm
use-
giving you guys like an outlet to be able to cast your spells through this creature. So
Mhm.
okay. Since it's
Yeah,
a
and those
reaction,
non-casters appreciate it still.
yeah, it's a reaction spell, so I don't know
I'm
that.
giving you options.
I know. I'm gonna get out there.
Okay, so as a reaction, I'm gonna cast Hellish Rebuke.
All right, and what does your Hellish Rebuke blast with?
Uh,
It is
Fire.
it is a dex save, correct?
it is a dex save.
Ooh, interesting.
Which
What
is
does
going
your
to be
DC?
15,
Interestingly enough, I only rolled a 13.
Oh.
and I'm trying to figure out 2, 3. So it's 5 d10. So it is 25 fire damage.
I will take your 25 fire damage. It looks like I took the whole thing, or it took the whole thing.
Okay.
So yeah, as it hits you with that blast, you're like, I don't know about this, and you reach down and you get close to that console, and you notice it says that you can cast spells through it. So your Hellish Rebuke lights up the front of the ship and engulfs the creature in flames, which quickly go out, of course, because you're underwater. But
Water. Yeah.
it still seemed like it took some damage from it.
And then, let's see. Well, I could either put the creature in darkness or conjure guardian of faith. Okay, I'm going to conjure a guardian of faith.
All right, how long does that take? Okay,
Just
so
one action.
where are you placing it?
Oh, it has to be somewhere I can see, doesn't it?
Oh my god.
Says it appears and hovers for the duration in unoccupied space of your choice that you can see within range. So yeah, it'd have to be somewhere nearby.
Okay, can I see outside?
Unless you go to the periscope.
There's that periscope people have been looking out of.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'll look through the periscope and I'll put it, I don't know, do we have a little markers or something like that?
I'm sure we can find something. Let's see.
Other than spell marker.
Put there. A little green
Okay.
dot.
Okay, so that's
Okay.
not gonna do it.
So since it's within, every round it will have to do a dexterity saving throw. The
Alright.
elemental.
Copy that. All right. Oh, and
Dex.
what was
Dex.
the? Oh, sorry, I have a missed intelligence roll from earlier. 11 is not enough to get rid of the static shock in my brain. And I got to roll a dex save on its turn or take the radiant damage.
Yeah. So you take 20 damage on a fail, 10 on a save, and it stays until it does 60 damage.
Copy that. All right. So Dux is in the tube. You say flood torpedo tube 1. All of a sudden the door shuts and then the tube starts filling with water.
Good thing for the water breathing. So your ducks will have to wait around to get out.
All right. Is there anything he wants to do while he waits that round?
No, he's been making his saves, so he doesn't really need to heal up or anything.
Yeah. Is there anything he needs to do or would like to do?
Does he want to rage before getting fired into the elemental?
Does he want to hold an action to do something based off whatever action happens?
Oh, yeah, I guess he could ready an action to use his reaction to snap at something if he gets fired into the monster.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got a ready to attack.
And no rage?
Uh,
I would
I guess-
hold it.
yeah,
Just-
he'll be attacking. So yeah, he'll go ahead and rage and be ready to do
All right.
to attack.
So he gets ragey in the tubes, and it's your turn.
All right, Sergeant Rock says fire tube.
All right.
One.
All right. You fire it off. Actually, give me a d6 roll. Oh no. So
Nice.
yeah, you say fire torpedo 1. And so Dux gets fired out of the torpedo with a thing of acid following him.
Ooh,
Oh, okay.
he's got dex though, and advantage.
And evasions. Yeah, so he's pretty good at this kind of thing. And it's only DC 24, so. X will.
Only.
He makes it.
Wow. Tried to fail, but he made it.
Yeah, he makes it. So he kind of like spins as the acid shoots past him. So give me say it was 24. I need to roll a dex save. So I will take 12 points of acid damage. Is that what that is? Oh,
Yep.
That's
12
pretty
points
So
of
clutch.
points acid. And then as a reaction, he'll do his werebear claw. Oh, and roll pathetically.
I mean, it's not great.
Was it supposed to be with advantage?
No, he wasn't reckless. He was just raging. So
Okay, so no, yeah, he flies right in. He's fired right into the storm.
uh-huh.
It starts getting tossed around, but his claw doesn't seem to reach anything, take any purchase.
Yeah, he's probably tumbling. So, but yeah, next round he'll be sharp.
Surge.
Well, I mean, I could make Dux a sperm whale, but I don't think that he's gonna want that right now. But let me see. How far away is Dux from the ship?
Well, let's see. Where's Dux?
Oh yeah, I should put him. He climbed into a tube. Here's the tube, and I probably shot him out straight from the tube.
So where are you? You're here. So he's about 130 feet from you.
Okay.
Now, if you got the periscope, he'll be 115.
Yeah, I can't hit him with that. How's the ship looking on health? Like, how's it seem? Nothing. All right. Then, yeah, because I can heal it if need be. So, in that case, I am then going to go ahead and, I guess, give me. Oh, shit. There is not a lot I can do right now. I guess I'll just, cast through the ship. Produce flame? Nah, give me a con save.
Con
I'm
save.
gonna do Cone of Cold again.
Con save.
Yep, Cone of Cold.
All right, that's going to be a 24.
Yep, he will take half damage if it will go through. So, 17.
17 cold damage.
Yep. Yep. That's gonna be that.
All right.
It's me.
All right, my turn. So first and foremost,
Okay.
let's roll this recharge. And let's that doesn't have a recharge. Oh, cool.
You also have to roll for the static and for the dex.
Well, at the end of his turn, but yeah.
Well, I'm sure static's not going to go anywhere. It's an 11. What's the DC on the static?
Healing. 21.
Mind you, if I roll a natural 20, that only gives me a 16.
Okay. He's going to have a headache for the duration.
Pretty much. All right, so Thunderous Slam. That's still up, so it's a disadvantage on the roll. Ooh, look at that. So it's 18 minus whatever. So I'm not even going to roll it to waste the time.
All right.
Do it again. Okay, so yeah, this is a 26 minus 4, so it's a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that
Okay.
hits.
All right, the ship will take 22 points of thunder damage. And that'll be it for its turn. Did I hear something about a dex roll?
You have to do a dex roll for the Guardian of Faith.
Oh, that's right. That will be oh, look at that. I rolled a 2.
So it will take 20 points of radiant damage.
All right, minus 20. May I?
All right. I'll get back up into my seat. Ah,
Oh, okay.
You still have all your
Um,
teeth after.
yeah.
It's been 84 years. No?
You know what?
In a
Actually,
camp,
I will
nobody?
go to the firing station. My only intelligence saving spell is Mind Sliver, which is a cantrip, so I'll cast that. For a whopping 8 points of damage.
If it doesn't roll well.
Intelligence,
Did you not catch that if I roll a natural 20, I only get a 16?
Forgot about that.
I mean, if it's a legendary creature.
Yeah.
But I think someone might be saving banishment.
but
Oh, no. This thing doesn't have legendary saves. No,
Oh, it doesn't.
It does. Never mind. I keep missing that.
Oh, okay.
why'd you have to bring that up?
Thanks for the
Saving it.
reminder there,
Right.
Curtis. Appreciate that.
You're welcome.
You're super helpful.
I tried.
Yeah, I was saving it until he was hurt. So he's pretty
Yeah.
clever, this little elemental.
No, he's not.
So then, after that, I'll get into the seat again, the captain's chair,
That's the DM forgetting about legendary resistances.
rub the arms of the chair. All right, buddy. I got you taken care of this time. And I will cast Sanctuary on the ship.
And Sanctuary, you have to remind me?
You have to make a wisdom save or change your attack to a different creature.
Oh, well, it's a good thing. Because it's a good thing I got more than one creature down to aim at.
Yeah, good thing you
Yeah.
put ducks outside.
Dex goes, what?
Oops.
Yeah, Dex like
Dux is replaceable, our sub is not.
Hand of the up.
Ducks, if you're watching.
That wasn't.
I can bring Dux back. I can't bring back the ship.
All right, so that was your turn.
Yep.
I've already rolled to see if that comes back. It doesn't. So, let's do it again. That scream kicks up again.
The gale.
Yep. Everybody, 20 foot wide, 1 mile long.
What's the save?
It's a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna blow an advantage on that because I doubt I'll be able to save it.
Yeah, folk can't do it.
I'd have to roll 18 or higher.
Ew.
Okay, it looked to me like nobody made the save.
Well, here's Ducks, which
Well, Ducks got launched out, so is he in the Gale's
He's there.
range?
He's within. He's right.
Yeah.
He's like the very first one he gets hit.
Oh, okay.
wow, it's not good rolls.
So
But half.
the bad part is that I actually had good rolls in this one. So for anybody who did not make the save,
What's the DC?
21.
Oh. Until the spell ends, any creature who targets the warded creature with an attack or harmful spell. So would
Well,
that be?
It's not really a spell. It's a big
Oh
area effect.
no. Yeah, never mind. The spell doesn't protect warded creatures against area effects. Sorry, I didn't read that far down.
So yeah, this is like I said, 1 mile, 20 foot wide. It's a hell of a
Yeah.
fucking line, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so 26 points of thunder damage. If you have evasion, of course, you take half of that.
13.
But you still get thrown back and take 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
So for those who don't have evasion and did not make the save, you take 29 points of damage total.
Mhm.
3 of it bludgeoning, 26 of it thunder. Which includes Ducks, so I guess he takes 1 point of bludgeoning. And all the
Was
thunder.
he kidding?
Or does he take all the thunder? I can't remember what his
Nope. Psychic.
psychic is the only one he doesn't take half of, right?
Yes.
Correct.
So yeah, the only way to get immunity to all that would be to be a Kalishtar totem.
Okay.
He has 5
That sounds
temporary
like a
hit points
legitimate
left.
word.
So that was on the end of whatever's turn, end of Mayai's turn. So Belfi, you just got like knocked back against like the side rail there,
Mhm.
but your room is full of water now,
Completely full.
completely full.
Bonus action to say the word to make my ball to the ball.
Make your ball to the ball.
Well, take my body that has the string attached to the ball of
Gotcha,
string.
gotcha. Yeah, you're pulled
So
back. You're,
I automatic bonus action to I'm there.
right,
I'm going to then open the top.
has no problem. It opens without an issue.
Climb up.
Mhm.
Get to.
You have your movement.
Yep. So I'm going to. So it's around here when I come out, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So. Yeah, we're gonna do that. And it's half speed, correct? You had said.
Yes.
Okay.
Because you got that constant water pushing against you.
Right. No. Understandable. So I'm gonna come up to the 10 feet here.
Uh-huh.
And then that gives me 70 feet. I'm trying to get my person. So that puts me at 70 feet. I'm going to use one of my advantages. And I'm going to have a normal attack on this with my crossbow.
Why normal?
Oh, it's not because of the distance.
Oh, because you got disadvantage at 70 feet?
Mm-hmm.
Well. Okay.
Yeah, it's 30 and 120. So.
Okay.
And even with my crossbow expert, it only removes my disadvantage of being within 10 feet, not being out in the further range.
Yeah,
So
you need the sharpshooter for that one.
correct. So let's see if this does anything. That is not great. It's a 22.
If I'm not mistaken, 22 does hit.
All right. Now, question.
Yes, Dux is within range.
Well, I was going to
But-
say Dux is, the mimic is, and the spiritual guardian thing is.
You have party members within range.
Just check.
But if you have any source of disadvantage working against you, then it eliminates any chance of doing a sneak attack. Even if you overcome it with 50 sources of advantage, if you had disadvantage for any reason, you can't do a sneak attack.
I thought you was able to add sneak attack
No,
if
it
you had a
says I
party
don't
member.
need advantage on the attack roll if another enemy is within the target. Now, if it was, and you don't have disadvantage. No, yeah.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
unfortunately, your sneak attack damage does not
All
work.
right, so that is 8 points of
Oops.
damage. No, it's a +2, so it would have been a 24 to hit and 10 damage.
Okay.
Let me mark off those
Minus
bolts so that way I can take
10.
those off. And then I have another few feet of movement. I'm gonna go move 5 feet back down to there.
All
I
right.
realize it's not cover, it's not hiding, but in my head,
Yeah.
I'm down.
Corporal.
Yeah, I'm not doing so well. I'm taking a lot of damage here, but I'm wondering how much damage the ship is taking.
Oh no, because there seems to be some healing going on to the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's down 72 points out of 500.
Yeah, I can give it 170 in 2 turns. So
I'll give it the other 51 points to lay on hands that I have.
Oh, so you're going to heal the ship and not yourself?
Yeah,
15 points.
51.
Excellent.
51.
51
Oh, that's
points
a
of
big-
So
healing.
I just kill everybody inside the ship and they all stay dead in the ship. The ship floats on.
But
down.
I can take a healing potion myself.
bonus action, yeah.
Mhm.
I'll do. Let's see, how much am I down here? 70. Okay, I'll use a superior, which is 84 plus 8. All right, I get 28 points back. That kind of sucked, but okay.
All right. Well, Dux's little frenzied ass is out there in the middle of this shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well,
What's
he's
he?
a torpedo.
What's he
Yep,
doing?
that's what he is. His torpedo is going to go reckless to make sure he hits, or improve his chances at least, and start clawing away.
Nope.
Uh-oh. Well, I'll try again.
That hits.
That's a real hit. Yep. He crits this thing for that, and then I'll burn a key for 40 blows. That'll hit.
So how does Dux do this?
Huh. So looking for like something that might be the brain or central control system, and he's clawing his way towards it, and he sees it and he sticks his claw into it.
Okay, so he just hits as much of whatever seems like it's incorporeal, but with his nice, monk abilities, he's able to hit it. And claws his way through the spiraling cloud-like mass, finds something a little more solid than anything else,
So
and is able to rip it out. It had 8 points left after the critical hit.
Wow.
all right.
Nice.
So yeah, he found what amounts to being a nucleus.
Nice.
And as soon as it dies and dissipates, you notice that the current around it seems to clear up as well.
That's good because he was kind of out here without really any way to improve his swimming.
I'm assuming he's trying to swim his way back towards the
Oh
sail.
yeah, that becomes his priority as soon as it starts to dissipate.
All right, so we're out of initiative. So
I hit the button and I go back in and I close the door.
is that before or after Dux gets back to the boat?
Well, once he's there, because you said that first,
Just
right?
thought I'd check.
Bye. No. Yeah, once he's back there,
Hey, you guys did that to me, so
I didn't try to though. It was done to me, to be fair. Yeah, once he's in, I'll close the door and motion to the other thing, and hopefully he'll spin it and we'll start draining water again.
And Dux is all excited. He goes, "Oh, that was fun. I really liked that. I hope there's
That is
another one."
horrible.
Dux just turned Swedish.
Why not?
Don't you know I like to kill the beast?
It
Mr.
was
What,
so much
is he
fun.
Canadian or something?
sorry. It was a bad accent.
Yes, it was a very bad one, but you know,
Sorry.
sorry about that.
And I'm sure he's not going to watch this. He's not going to know.
All right, so yeah, you guys are done. Combat's over with. What are you doing?
We saved the
I'm-
boat.
I'm
Gonna
waiting for the
limp
water to drain.
my happy ass to a bed.
You're not looking too hot.
Once you get back
No.
into that room that's full of water, you shut the top door, you turn the crank the opposite direction, water drains out.
Right
And
down.
tie my ball, which sounds weird, and stow that back away.
Now,
Oh.
should I cast protection from good and evil again on the ship, or what?
I mean, it's up to you. And as Maya's going by, I'm gonna tap him on the shoulder and 70 points of healing your way
Oh, thank you.
as
Save
I
the spell
cast
slot.
heal. I got 2 more, so that's only
Alright.
one of my. So
So
As
yeah,
far as-
the way is clear. The current's gone. I mean,
Somebody's
Guardian
gonna
of-
know we're here.
The Guardian of Faith will actually go with me, so it's still active for 8 hours.
It'll last for an hour. Yeah.
It's 8-hour spell.
Yep. It's got 40 points left to do. I'll have the ship go up to periscope depth, and we'll take a look around in periscope, see if the storm above is abated as well.
all right, as you get periscope depth, you take a look and you'll notice that no, the storm is still pretty much going, pretty rough. Give me a perception check. All right, so you notice that there may be a few more of these type creatures in that storm, just none of them in the immediate area.
All right. Dive back, retract the scope, and get back down underwater so maybe they won't notice us.
All right, so you make your way under.
I'm
So
going to recast protection from evil and good on the ship.
so you start getting closer and closer, and then you notice that your ship doesn't go any further.
Oh no.
You notice the water is getting too shallow for the ship to go any further.
Oh. Well, that's probably kind of good, I think. What's the weather like?
You pop up periscope, look around, you'll notice that you've gone past the storm and that the island is in front of you.
Shit.
All right.
well, I mean,
Huh?
you turn this thing into what it is now. You got anything fancy that you can do now, Rock?
Turn it back into like a flat bottom boat, a pontoon boat where
I start presenting pictures of the landing crafts that were used on the beaches in Omaha with the gate that drops down,
Uh-huh.
and start doing images from scenes of my most recent World War II traumatic experience, which was landing in one of those ships
Yep,
and then
landing on the beach of
finding
Normandy. Mind you, you're still underwater.
Oh, well, yeah, I'll have them surface and cruise on the surface until it's almost.
Why
to
are
the
my ears
beach.
popping?
Let's go that deep.
Yeah, that would.
All right, so yeah, it does start to change into one of those particular drop boats. But unlike
Do
the
we not
day-
want to do a hero's feast before we go back up to the top?
unlike the last time you were in one of these things, you don't have bombs going off or bullets flying and whizzing past the boats. You do have a storm,
this is-
lightning blasting all over the place, but that's back behind you. Nothing coming at you from the shoreline. Now,
All right, we need to feed this thing. It needs to be rewarded.
so
We can have the hero's feast with us.
Oh
Yeah.
yes, we
that's
should.
a 10-minute
this-
cast and an hour long to sit and eat.
I mean, we could have done that down below the water, but yeah.
Is that what y'all are doing?
Yep, yeah,
Alright, so
and that gives it plenty of time to LST mode.
so you have
Um,
another
All right.
gauntlet.
Well,
or
no, we have to.
goblet?
I mean, we have to check with the one who's casting it. We can't just.
Yeah, you have the money.
Yeah, I got it. I was just gonna see if, I'll heal up whoever else needs some healing since I was healing myself. I got 38 points, Rock. You want any?
Yeah. Yeah, Rock is down 50,
Take it all.
51.
Take 38.
All right, so 38 will put him at 113.
Yeah, because I healed myself, and then that's what I had left over. So, I mean, yeah, if we want to sit here and do a feast, just give me a second. I also have the ability to kind of make stuff stay away if there's any undead in the area.
Yeah, it might not be a bad idea.
It just takes a long time to cast it, is all.
Ooh.
What is it?
Antipathy or sympathy. So for 10 days, I can cause creatures of a kind I designate to feel an intense urge to leave the area and avoid the target. And they can, when they come within 60 feet or see me, they must make a wisdom save or become frightened and try and run away again. And if they're out of, if they're out of sight, then they can try and save again, but
Right.
yeah, I mean, that just takes some time to cast is all.
Well, I am a
If the
cleric,
bears-
so I could turn them away.
I think we do all those things.
It's just that's a 8th level spell slot.
Yeah.
So that lasts for 10 days though.
Make this a permanent foothold, like a, when we landed at the beaches in Omaha, we set up a beachhead.
So yeah, I can designate a
Oh. Is this
type
one of
of
those things we wouldn't understand?
creature.
It's a beachhead. Yeah.
Right.
No idea where
Yeah.
Omaha is, but yeah, that
Be a primary logistics point.
Is it gonna have like mouth and eyes too, or I'm confused? How does the beach have a head?
All right,
mean-
so you guys have eaten, right?
I
Yeah.
can cast Hero's Feast and yeah,
Yeah.
I can do that.
Do you
We're gonna
share
try
it with
to.
the boat?
Of course.
Yes.
Okay, so you all spend the hour. Mind you, that counts as a short rest as well.
Yep, let me knock that out.
For
Let
anybody
me
that needs
do
that.
a short rest.
So then at the end of that, an additional 10 minutes briefing on island hopping operations. We'll get everybody their 21 temps.
Ooh.
Yeah, let me mark off this bowl
for
and
everyone.
let me do dos d10s. So 13 temporary max hit points. So
That's 34 total.
yeah, because you
Ish.
have 13 more hit points and then Rock's temp hit points.
Yeah.
But yeah,
How
I
long
just
do
put them under the
temp
temporary.
max hit points last?
24
That's
hours.
24 hours.
Yeah, they last. So if someone had aid, they could stack that on top, I believe, as well.
You said
Because
that's
aid
13.
increases your.
All right,
Yeah.
so this creature takes a little time, but it does turn into what Sarge describes, and it just looks like a weird metal boat with a big drop on the front. As soon as it hits the beach, that drops. So as soon as you hit the beach and that drops, you look up and you see bodies staked on the beachhead. Some of them are fresh, some of them are not so fresh. You see the birds, crows, nibbling at them. One of them pokes out an eye and starts, eating on it. A couple of them are eating the entrails of others. That is the only sign of life you see are the birds that are eating the dead at the beach.
Could I do a medicine check, see if they were within the last 24 hours?
Oh, you're certain these have been a little while longer than the last 24 hours.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
because I saw the city turn to dust when I scried back in Consti.
It was wild.
Give me a second. I can actually give you the...
Ew, what's it smell like?
Smells like burnt flesh and death.
So yeah, I can also, if you want, I can cast the antipathy to make undead not want to stick around.
Hold that thought.
Yeah, actually, for y'all, please hold that thought. Give me
Yeah,
a
I
second.
haven't cast that. I just figured I have that as an option.
Well, I'm going to use both of my what is it called? spell is it?
Really?
I
My
don't know what any of that means.
Me
Like,
neither.
is there
How's
a
that
save
spelled?
for that?
two of the tattoos I got were animate dead at 5th level.
Okay. So
So
Before
you're
you
just
continue-
bringing shit alive.
Ew.
Yes.
So here
and
we-
I have. Go ahead.
Okay, so upon reaching the island, you notice that a very dark cloud that looks like a storm surrounding the island. You see that from behind you. Let's see what you've gotten through. Really? Give me a second.
Okay.
When you finally make it to shore, you can smell the rotting flesh. There's smoke in the air from the many fires. Ash falls perpetually from the sky as if it's snowing. The shore is lined with bodies on pikes rotting, staring out to the open ocean. There's no sign of life, not even the carrion birds feasting on the bodies. So I went a little further and said they were, and I was wrong. They're not even showing up to feast on the bodies. So the bodies are still sitting there rotting. From the shore to the keep. Okay, that tells me what you guys are facing next. Alright. So yeah, you see nothing moving, not even birds feasting on the bodies. It's just everything is dead. Matter of fact, if I would have looked closer, I could have remembered saying this. You see here, here, and here. Do you see them?
Yeah.
Those are actually dead carrion birds.
Oh no.
One here.
So it's like the bodies were poison.
It's as if the air yeah, it's as if the air itself is causing death.
Get back on the boat.
Well, I mean, we're immune to poison
Oh shit, yeah, that's right.
and frighten.
Yep.
And that does sound like a pretty good place to leave us hanging.
Yeah, probably.
All right. Yeah.
You guys
The boat's
have
leaving.
made it to the shore.
We made it. Yep. I'll send the boat back. I do some images of the boat being hailed as a hero and sailing to the east and stuff like that. Of course, it's going to prey on other ships, but for now, it's a hero.
Is it still in the same form?
No, I'll show it back as a pirate ship. Well, no, I'm going to show it the submarine form because I think it's going to be a more successful predator if it's can continue to dive underwater.
All right, noted.
We'll run into that shit later. Maybe if we live.
Next campaign, you're attacked by a submarine. What the fuck is this?
What?
All right, so yeah, you guys have arrived on the island and you are faced with perpetual death. And we will pick up next week. Hopefully, we'll all be here to continue next week. So,
So
ladies and
next
gentlemen,
week's Memorial Day weekend.
That's right. Next weekend we will not be playing because I will be using that time to work on some of the stuff here in the room.
Yeah, I'll be traveling.
So yeah, next time, hopefully the weekend after next, we can have everybody here to jump on into this because I'm pretty certain what you're looking for is on this island. Oh, one more thing.
Oh no.
A perception check, if you will.
Okay.
Anybody?
Oh, everybody.
Well, here's Rox. He's not real good at this kind of thing. And then here, that was. It says ducks, but it's actually rocks. Ooh, and he got a 23.
Same.
I still paled compared to what.
Okay, well,
That sucks.
I mean, it's not really that bad, but as
Well,
you're
actually,
facing the island off to the right-hand side in the air, May-I and Surge recognizes this, the castle that is the home for the keepers, is up in the air.
Just floating.
It's floating up there, and all you can see is the pentagram-shaped base of the castle as it's floating up in the air.
So it's been cut free of its earthly stanchions and then floated.
And oddly enough, that base below it has a different architectural altogether. And you may have seen something similar to it in some of the other underground bases and places you've come across in your travels. It does not match the castle that's floating above it, but it's all up there in the air. And that's all you can see from this particular angle. So next week, or next time we join, we'll see what happens with our group. They are here. They are on the island of the dead, is the best way to put it. Join us a week from next Sunday to see what happens. Don't forget
June 3rd.
tomorrow.
June 4th.
Okay, there you go. Well, June 4th. Reminder, tomorrow we said we were going to have some New Orleans gameplay. Unfortunately, two of our players, well, our game master as well as one of our players, has something school related, so they will not be here tomorrow night. So tomorrow night is a free night. There is no New Orleans Dresden Files tomorrow night. But we will be back Wednesday for the second part of the Musketeers Torganized Play gameplay. So if you come back and check us then. Friday, of course, we have Rime the Frost Maiden. So this week we only have 2 games on our schedule. So we'll be picking back up hopefully next week with all 4 of our sessions. So until then, enjoy your time with your family. Be nice and loving with each other. Like I said, we're in this adventure called Life Together. So remember the golden rule. Treat those around you the way you would like to be treated yourself. So with that being said, if you want to be treated like an asshole, then treat others like an asshole. But I don't know. I personally don't like being treated like that. So hopefully the rest of you guys don't want to either. Anyway, have a good week. We'll see you next time.
Take care.
Bye.